Yeah, brat. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Top 4 Podcast. I'm your host for this evening. My name is Oscar. I'm in a very good mood. I'm joined by a Glazers out, McTominay out, Manchester United fan. Robinho, what are you telling me?
Apparently, Jogo Bonito is now at Old Trafford all of a sudden. Well, we just gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see how this pans out.
The free Anthony's,
Brazil. Just Brazil. We move.
Samba.
Brazil.
Samba. All right. I'm also joined by, I don't know what team he supports, innit? But he's Mr. 100 mil, question mark. Showing us the waves in his head. I hear that, man. I hear that. What are you saying, Ernest?
Listen. We're blowing money fast on this side.
Rose!
We are blowing money fast. Guys.
Hey, it feels good.
Has touched two. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet.
Because the only reason we're spending money.
We've gone over 200 million this summer when we were told that we only had a budget of 120 to 150, give or take sales. And I can't think of a single sale we've made. So I'm like, we'll see.
Rotted. Big up C1, my guy. He said, big up the panel. Jugadores at the theatre of memes. Fairs. So, he said it. So let's start there. How are you, man, feeling? Anthony, a player you've been linked with all summer, apparently is on his way. He's landed in Carrington today, if I believe what I've seen on Twitter. He's going to be a Manchester United player. How do you not feel about
that? Well, we can talk about the price, and I know we're going to talk about the price. But when I saw what I saw against Southampton, the price just left my head. I said, just bring him straight away, because we cannot start Elanga. We cannot. It's just not on.
Elanga's done all right the first couple of games. I don't think he's been too bad.
Has he?
Wow. All right, fair enough.
What do you like about him?
No, I don't like him. I don't think he's a great player. I don't think he's a great player. But I just it was just random that he caught a shot there, a young stray. I didn't really understand why.
No, I have nothing against him.
I call it how it is. The brother is black and fast. He's not anything special. He'll be there to do a job. He's the new Danny Welbeck. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question? If he's black and fast and he doesn't offer anything, why does he start ahead of someone like Ahmad?
I have no clue. It must be a training thing, because you can ask the same question for Donny van de Beek, because I told man in the summer he's not starting for Ten Hag. People thought I was mad. Listen, there's a level of PMP that Bruno has that Donny just doesn't have. And for the type of football we're going to play, he should feature in the future. I just don't think he's going to, because we keep signing other players in other positions that they're not his position. He for me fits more of like an old school Barca. Like, he can do what for me Gundogan does at City. But City are not looking for the new Gundogan. They're looking for more defensive-minded midfielders who are good at keeping the ball. He's a good possession player, but I don't know if he has a future in the starting 11 of Man United. In the Europa League, maybe we'll see.
That's what I was thinking. It's probably Europa.
In the FA Cup, maybe. But in the Premier League, I don't think he starts for Man United.
Okay. I hear you, man. It's hard to disagree. Obviously, you want the young ballers to come through and rise, but Anthony's the guy that you brought in.
He's not being picked.
So, how do you feel about Anthony replacing the young Deadwood, I guess, and having someone that's is he gonna take you up a gear in terms of what you expected? Is this the kind of signing that you wanted at this stage of the season?
So I put the 100 million there for for added effect, but obviously they're saying it's 84 million pounds. So he's 1 million less than Maguire. Now, in any market, whether it's 6 years ago or present day, 84 million, I'm expecting Eden Hazard. This guy is not Eden Hazard. He's not. He's a good player. Is he a great player? No. Could we find many Antonys? You could find a couple more. I'll probably say that he's probably buying him for his passing ability more than his ability to dribble. Because all the highlights I've seen, his assists or his chances that he creates are not typical winger type. Like, he doesn't always go to the byline and cross. He sometimes will make a forward pass just maybe a couple yards outside the 18, and it's like, oh, I didn't see that pass. He makes unusual passes and he makes them look good. Can
he beat a man 1v1?
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
I think that as a commodity in the Premier League is so rare, and there's so many great wingers. I mean, you guys spent a lot of money on Sancho. It's only this season that I've realized that he can't really beat players 1v1. Why
do people think he could do that?
I don't really watch him in the.
Is it because he's black?
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, but like people do expect that of a tricky winger. And the way that you're describing Anthony, I know they're different players, but the way you're describing Anthony is very much the estimation that I had of Hakeem Ziyech when he came to this league.
Sancho at Dortmund was a guy who likes space. He has very, very, very good spatial awareness. Yeah. In fact, on Saturday, he was pissed off. Do you see what I'm saying? Because there was so many times where he'd be dribbling 3 guys by himself and there's no support. Whereas with what's it called? Haaland, when he was with him at Dortmund, their 1-2s in and out of the box were just what he thrived on. And
that's really surprising to me, because I agree with you. Sancho needs the combination play. He needs players around him to thrive.
Yeah.
I would expect in a Ten Hag team that he would have realised that and made those changes. I understood that under Oli you weren't getting it, and then Rangnick didn't feel like a real period of time. So I thought under Ten Hag we're going to see those players get that close control combination with each other. Do you think Sancho is still going to struggle then this year?
I think you're only going to see the real Sancho when we start play. Well, like people like Casemiro are going to help. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Eriksen, I'm not too sure that he can last 90 minutes. Yeah, even Sancho. Sancho for me is a 60-minute, 70-minute man. They burn out quickly if all they have to do is the individual performance thing, which is what Oli thrived on. Counter-attack, Pogba, your ability to do a long ball from 60 yards deep. You do your thing, and then we'll score that way, but you can't sustain attacks that way. Ten Hag looks like he wants to play possession football. Like, the goal we scored on Saturday was a very good example of Manchester United when they're not sitting back. When we're on the front foot, you know what we can do. Like, Dallow's not a great right back, but he's a much better, attacking threat than Wan-Bissaka is. And so that assist for me is the assist of the weekend. That ball was outrageous. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Is my microphone muffled?
You're not as clear as but I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, let me fix that. Whilst I'm fixing my mic, Robin, can you answer this question from Mirad? He says, how much tax should be placed on the Eredivisie? Anthony seems like he can ball out, but can he handle the physical battles of the Premier League? It's a good question, to be fair.
The Eredivisie is a weird league because we've had people that have just come to this league and absolutely boss it from the Eredivisie. But at the same time, we've had players that are just not used to the physical style. So it is like you have to be careful
from the Eredivisie. Not flipping. What's his name? Not people like Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm talking like in the last like.
Not recently. That's what I'm saying. Not recently. But I'm saying back then it was like players that have come through. Very recently, we haven't seen much. Other than that, I would say Gini Wijnaldum was the last player that I would say who came from the Eredivisie and actually did well. Looking forward to it, we've had players that have come in and have not sit well. I don't know if it's just a league that's just lost its physical ability or there should be tax on it. But I think of players that come from there, as long as you can actually adjust to it, I think they'll be just fine. I think we take the league as such a league that has become a physical thing, and it's still there. But I feel like you now need ballers more than anything nowadays in the Prem back you're used to. So I'm all for the Anthony side, and I've seen what he can do. Can he develop? He's only 22. Yes, I can see him develop, go on for much more. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Can you not hear me?
Yep.
Oh, you're clear.
Nice. I was worried if there was an echo in it because I ain't got headphones on now. Wait, let me go through some of the other comments. Murad was talking about Arsenal winning the league, but we'll get to that later. C1 says Anthony top baller. I think he moved this season too early. In my opinion, Ten Hag wanted, so he clearly has a plan for him. So he's a Ten Hag signing, isn't it? We can't really judge him on anything else. Like he's a Ten Hag signing. So
that's been very clear with this window that John Murta has said, you know what, I'm going to back this guy. It's very clear because like every player outside of Casemiro and Dubravka looks like it's a link to Haaland. So it's very clear that they backed him. So which for me follows on to I've been thinking about this for the last 2 days. What are the realistic expectations for Ten Hag this season? Because he has been backed. He has been.
Bar the De Jong thing, because I feel like that's the only thing that he didn't get. He has been backed quite well.
Yeah, but not getting one guy you wanted is still a fantastic window. Do you see what I'm saying?
But at the same time, would you think?
Go on.
He wasn't getting backed until the fans started doing the protesting and putting the pressure on, because it goes back to the money thing. Before we were linked with Rabiot and Arteta, and the fans literally online on Twitter and everywhere just lost their mind and said, "What are you doing?" And it literally took up to the protesting for us all of a sudden we're going for Casemiro, because that signing came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
What, yeah? Do you think that the fans had a part to play in that?
I genuinely
do. The reason I ask is because I don't think any rational human being goes from Adrian Rabiot to Casemiro.
No.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's so mad.
That makes no sense. Like, they're not even in the same ballpark. Like, Rabiot is trash. Like, Casemiro is a 5-time Champions League, 4 or 5-time Champions League winner. I think 3-time La Liga winner. Like, the levels are just different.
Did you hear they asked him about like, how do you feel about joining Manchester United? Now they don't have Champions League football, and he said, "I have 5." It's not really a priority for me.
Like, he's like, bro, chat to them, man. I'm not one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like, what was the point? Yeah, I'm not sure the Rabiot thing. I mean, Manchester United to listen to the fans. Why this time? Why are we signing a defensive?
I genuinely think the whole pressure that goes out. Manchester United listen to Twitter. I genuinely do believe they look at the reactions of what they get. They look at who's happy, who's sad, and the fact that this was a signing. Well, prior to Casemiro, everyone, there was not one single person that was happy that John Murto is in Italy talking to his mother. Not one bit. So they probably saw that and said, "Okay, we can't do this because we're going to lose even more of our fan base than we actually have left." The Glazers, they're so annoying, but they do listen to what they want. As long as they can please themselves and get more money out of the fans. Because that signing, when they saw it, a lot of people quelled. They did. And so it's just a very weird... That's why I said, where did the money come from? Because I genuinely believe this time, one of the few times they actually gave us some money to say, you know what, we need to back this guy. Because I need to get some money out of this before we actually sell.
I'm in the Peter school of thinking that like Man United, the money's always there for United, man. The money's always there. The money's never an issue. But a couple.
But yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird.
A couple more comments. Endo's made his prediction. He says Anthony will get 5 goals, 4 assists this season. It'll be a slow burner, but will eventually prove his worth. Big up Lola. She says, my thing is, with attackers from the Dutch league, I expect high numbers at minimum. Anthony has had a 9 and an 8 goal scoring season. That's kind of sus. Yeah, man. I think Mason Mount had his loan at Vitesse. He played in midfield and he scored double figures in the Eredivisie. So I always see it and I'm like, maybe that league for goals, you can't expect much. But if he's not a goal scorer, he's not a goal scoring winger. I think that was my only hang up with the signing is that I feel like Man United kind of need a goal scoring winger. If you're playing Sancho on one side, who we know Sancho is not really going to score double figures goals, the other side kind of needs to be contributing in that respect. Your only hope is that your main striker, whether it's going to be Rashford or Martial, and then Bruno, they're both getting high double figures to make up for the lack of goals from the wing. But Lola says, respectfully, he's never going to be a £100 million player. That's going to crush him. He needs to be a Hazard. He needs to be Hazard at minimum. Look, in my opinion, maybe I'm spoiled. Maybe I'm a Chelsea fan. Whatever it is, I've just stopped looking at price tags when it comes to football. And I think for me, it started with the Grealish deal when Man City bought Grealish and everyone was saying 100 mil, 100 mil. I was just like, look.
The truth is, we should never look at price tags.
If they want a player to fill the hole, they fill the hole. Like Van Dijk was signed. Nobody ever talks about Van Dijk's price tag. Why? Because Liverpool needed a centre back. They got a centre back. He was cold. Same with Alisson. So it's like, for me, are you good? Can you do the job?
No. But you remember with those two in particular, it's the performances that made people like keep quiet. Just you know what I'm saying? With
Grealish, won the league, though. They won the league.
No, but their performances were also key. Like Alisson has been regarded as the top 2 goalkeepers for the last 3-4 years. So it's not just that they won the league, and they've only won the league once. Now, Alisson came what 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like they won the league a while ago. So it's the consistency of their performances that have made people shut up. No one talks about Van Dijk, who's won 1 league title. He cost 75 million. Do you see what I'm saying? And also, Maguire eclipsed him in what, a year's time? Like a year after he was signed. So the truth is, like I was shouting to my boy Chase, shout out Chase, and he raised a good point, which I've thought about as well. I just never knew if it had merit. Where he said, well, no one should talk about money because it's not our money. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if Grealish is £100 million worth to Aston Villa, not to City, is to Aston Villa. He is our player. If you want our player, he is worth 100 million. If I have the last pair of Air Force Ones ever to be created, and I tell you it's 10 racks, you can't tell me I'm charging you too much. It's mine. I value it this much because I know how rare it is. So, with the point you're making, we should never talk about fees. The reason we do is because, in truth, like it stems from the culture we have as football being a working class man's game.
Yeah.
And the fact that a lot of people feel like for example, when Sterling is talking about, I don't get to see my kids sometimes when I'm playing for City for their birthdays, and I'm even on the bench. I'm not even starting type of thing. It gets to you. Man will come in his mentions talking about, poor Raheem. I'm a firefighter. I never get to see my kids. Shut up, bro. This is not about you. You're not playing on Super Sunday, my bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is, it comes from a working class mentality, and it also comes. And then it comes from the fact that, no disrespect, but Arsenal fans, I call them accountants. Arsenal fans are very, very much sticklers for people for how much a player costs, how much his wages are, whether he's worth it or not. And it's like, I find that Arsenal fans drive the conversation the most out of any fan. It's like, obviously other fans care about price tag, but it's like the culture we have is from a working class perspective. And so if you merge those things together, we create a culture that cares about the fees. But the truth is,
what about just the integrity of the financial side of the game? So, for example, if you and I are playing Monopoly, it's not my money, it's not your money. We're playing with Monopoly money. But essentially, the person who manages their money best is the one that wins.
Absolutely.
So I think the reason people talk about money is because, let's say a manager doesn't spend a lot but manages to produce a lot out of a side, you'd essentially call him a better manager than the one that spent 100 mil to get the same out of it. So I think there is a purity kind of conversation around it, and that's why I always mention the fact that I am a Chelsea fan,
which is absolute cap. Which is absolute cap, because most of us don't support our local teams. So let's not do this. Let's not do this.
That's a different conversation.
No. My point is, if we want to go that route, let's go the whole way. Let's support teams who operate locally, who don't have the same access to finances as the big clubs do. The reason none of us who live in Northwest London support QPR or Hendon FC is because we're glory hunters. We want the best. We want to be associated with the best. That's why we support the teams we do. But when people try and do this purity perspective, I'm a football purist. So why do you support Man City? So why do you support Arsenal? So why do you support Chelsea? Like, it's nonsense, bro.
But you can still appreciate that side of the game, even though the team
no,
your local team.
No, my point is, it's irrelevant how much money a team is spending or how much money a manager's spending, as long as he's getting the best out of those players. If Kevin De Bruyne had never gone to Man City, we don't know how good Kevin De Bruyne could have been. Do you know what I'm saying? But he joined the best. Like, we knew he was good at Wolfsburg. Did we know he was going to be this guy? Did we know Hazard was going to be this guy at Lille? Did we know Sergio Aguero was going to be this guy at Atletico Madrid? When you join the best, because that's the trajectory of your life. You climb the ladder of success to be associated with the best. And sometimes that means you're going to cost a lot of money. And I see no problem with that. That's the game. You join the capitalist sports. You can't now choose.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that.
Fair enough.
I get the sentiment of what you're saying, but I don't think accepting one means that you subconsciously agree to all. Like,
no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing Adrian said about, like, the homophobia in football.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fight on one front and still buy tickets for the World Cup. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes absolutely no sense to me. That doesn't make sense. So my thing is, accept football for what it is. And where you can be an activist, by all means, do your thing. But I just look at a lot of this as hypocrisy to a certain degree. Because I'm like, football is bent, bro. Like we always say, football is a bent sport. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like Man United is one of the most corrupt football clubs of all time. And yet we're still here. It's the same thing I asked Arsenal fans last season about, why do you not complain and you still support the club, knowing how the club is run? So my thing is, when people come with this purity chat, it's nonsense to me, man. This purist chat it has merit. I'm not gonna discredit it and say it doesn't have any merit. It's just like, I'm listening to a certain caliber of fan when they say that. Not most of the people that are our demographic who watch football, because a lot of them are just like SJWs for the most part, if I'm being honest. No, real talk. Because man are activists when they want to be. It's nonsense, man.
Right. A couple comments on just based around what you were saying. Endo says everyone who supports a top six club is a glory hunter. Technically, I started supporting Chelsea before they were an established top six club, so take me out of that one. No, I'm joking. Lola says we could all pretend price doesn't matter, but it does. We broke our transfer record with Laka and Pepe. It was an issue. Oba was bought for a record, and he's the only one whose feet isn't spoken about. But for me, it's the fact that Aubameyang was good. Not like Laka and Pepe are bad transfers, not just because they're price tag. It's because they don't serve the team. They're both in the team last season, and Arsenal fans are happy to be rid of them. That's the way I see it. Like, Chelsea signed Thiago Silva for free. He's our best centre back. We signed him for free, but we're spending money on other players.
Is he still your best centre back? Good look.
I think, bro, Thiago Silva's he's incredible.
Oh, damn.
Mirad says Arsene began the penny counting mentality with how frugal he was with the club's finances. But my thing is, when I look at Arsene Wenger, I attribute my ratings of him as a manager. They go up because of the amount of resources he had to deal with.
But someone can also say that, like, the fact that he didn't join the club is why he didn't win as much as he should have, because his talent was always up there. Do you see what I'm saying? But say that again.
You said the fact he doesn't join the club. What club could he join?
No, as in. My point is, like, whether it's like his fault or not, the fact that he didn't join the club of people who were spending regularly big amounts of money for big talents every year, you could argue that it cost him continuous, huge success. You see what I'm saying? No, and that's why like I'm with Mirad on this one. So whether the my point isn't about purity, by the way, just that we can't pretend fees. No. Like, all I'm saying is, like, fees matter, but only to a certain extent. And I think they only matter because of the core culture of where football comes from a demographic perspective. Just, you know what I'm saying? So yes, it like obviously the fee matters. You have to give me some value for why we bought you, but ultimately it's not your fault. It's not Anthony's fault if he's been bought for 84 million. He wants to go, and the club are saying this is how much he cost us. So yes, the fee matters, but there's nothing. I'm just saying that there's two sides. There's nothing he can do about that. But in terms of people who make it about, like, there's people that are planning their Anthony agendas already. Like, if he flops, I'm here.
And that's silly to me. The issue should be how good he is. So Murad's asking another question. He said, does this mean that we should negate price versus expectation correlation if price doesn't matter then? For me, that's how I view it. And like when I remember I had this conversation with many Chelsea fans when we were in the hunt for signing Lukaku, and I was asking people roughly based on how good you think Lukaku is, how many goals do you think he could score in the Premier League? Some people would say 20. Some people would say, oh, I can get 18. Some people say 22, 23. And I say, okay, now he costs 100 mil. How many do you expect? People will say, oh, for 100 mil, I expect 30. I'm like, why are you expecting 30 from a player that you just told me you don't think?
Yeah, facts. The money's not going to put a battery in his back, you know.
It's like another player. Chelsea are linked with Son and Declan Rice, and everyone's like, yeah, Declan Rice is a decent player. He's good. He's all right. But then when West Ham are charging 120, 140 for this player, you're going to expect him to be prime Pirlo in the midfield. That's your own fault.
But you see the problem with this question is that everyone's assessment of what a good player is or how good a player has played is subjective. Like, for example, I think the Pogba project was a flop. I don't think the player was a flop. Do you see what I'm saying?
100%.
So, but for some people, he didn't pull his weight. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. So for them, 90 million is too much money spent on this guy or whatever. Like Harry Maguire has never been good for Man United. There has never been a month in what's it called in any season where Harry Maguire has proven to me that he's even close to 85 million. You see what I'm saying? That's never happened. So my thing is, like, I think that with Mirai's question, it definitely depends on who you're talking to, because loads of football fans, especially Manchester United fans, do not know football. Period. No. They don't. They are unaware of what makes a player good. So, for example, people are going to watch Anthony's highlights and judge him like they judge every other winger and judge him on assists, created chances, which they don't even know what that means, and goals and assists. Now, Grealish, for me, has always been a chance creation player. Just, you know what I'm saying? His goals numbers ain't crazy. His assist numbers ain't crazy. But when you watch him, he's like David Silva in the sense that David Silva didn't deliver assists when he left City. But David Silva's impact, you have to use your eyeballs. Now, with Grealish, like people like Ross Barkley, like Oscar's always bigging up here. There's certain players you have to watch with your eyes. People like Dele Alli, his goals and assists, and Dele Alli's like Bruno. Their numbers are so in your face, you can't even dismiss, man. Even though I do. But people like David Silva are for the football purists, people who don't rely on statistics to prove a point. So with this thing, should we negate the price versus expectation? Not always. I think that if a club is consistently spending big money like Everton, we have to ask questions about whether they are even spending well, because they're overspending on players that are not worth the price. Just, you know what I'm saying? If it comes to teams like Chelsea, we have to ask questions on where they're spending and how it's going. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's not the players' fault they're expensive, but I can't lie. If you're dead, I'm on you. I gave Pepe a season and a bit before I got it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Arsenal fans were lenient for that first season, most of them anyway. But then when it came second season, where you're like, you're not offering me. Abdi says, Ernest, you're telling me that Maguire 1920 wasn't decent? Come on, man. Don't let the last 18 months fool you.
The last 18 months? The last 18 months?
Was Maguire 1920, was he serviceable? Lola says that if he was bought for 25 million, he'd be given more grace. Did he play like a 25 million pound player in that first year?
Was he a 25 million pound player?
Yeah.
Probably.
Fair enough,
he was, for me, Harry Maguire's always been the white Tyrone Mings. He's big and he looks like he's doing stuff. But I'm so sorry. He turns like a bus. he legitimately he's so slow, yeah, and his lack of anticipation, it boils my blood, bro. Like that. What everyone, if you're watching this podcast live, yeah, watch the goal. Go and be on YouTube and type in Man United Sevilla, and watch the first goal that we concede from Sevilla, and watch Harry Maguire, and then you tell me, yeah, if he's because Robin, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the 1920 season.
I believe it was
Europa League semi-final. Yeah,
Mhm.
Go and watch the goals he conceded against Bournemouth when we beat them 5-2. Because 1920 sounds like it's COVID. Yeah. So watch the goals against Bournemouth we conceded. Yeah, and watch the goal against Sevilla we conceded, and tell me if he was worth anything close to it.
It's the first COVID year, so he says, "Nah, Maguire 1920 was good, man. Him and Wan-Bissaka were good.
Wan-Bissaka, I'll give you.
We had
Wan-Bissaka,
top 5 best defenses in Europe that season. I
don't know, you know.
I don't know about that. Ernest,
top 5.
You've been asked a question by Lola. She says, "Can I ask you, Ernest? See the way you're describing Grealish? Is Anthony like that, a chance creator? Because GA doesn't seem to be a thing."
Doesn't seem to be his thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because my thing is, Manchester United fans are judging Sancho because he's not getting 1,000 goals and 1,000 assists. Yeah. In my opinion, Anthony is the same. He's not going to get you crazy numbers. Yeah. So what did my man? What's that European Ajax? Yeah. On Twitter.
The European lad.
Always talking about Ajax and Barcelona.
What, the guy with the Cruyff, Avi?
Yeah.
European lad. The European lad.
He's always talking about how like Anthony got like 8 goals and assists in the last how many games? Bare games, yeah. But when I watch him, he seems like a guy that's there to like attack space, utilize it to the, because Ten Hag for Ajax he was like a Van Gaal in the sense that he was very much about structure and the team shape. So how they look is very important to him. So the biggest recipient of like statistics for his last 2 teams have been Haller. Haller was very good for Ten Hag in the last 12 months. But him and Ronaldo were like top goal scorers in the group stage of the Champions League early on.
No, Haller was the top goal scorer in the end.
I swear he bagged like 9 in the group stage.
In fact, you see what I'm saying? For me, the biggest recipients were like him and Tadic. Tadic and Haller were amazing last season. So Lola, to answer your question, I think he's like at 22 years old, he can develop to be a goals and assists man. But he has to do a lot more cutting in. He seems like a guy that's going to facilitate like ball carrying. He's very good at moving the ball.
He's going to be wide. He's wide.
He's very wide. He stays on the chalk. Yeah. So I have no problem with that as a fan because I think we needed a winger. Not more so than we needed a central midfielder. But I digress. He's a decent addition to the squad if you take the price away. But for 84 million, you got to be Hazard.
Also, side note, a little bit on the European lad game. I've lost a little bit of respect for him because he was moving too emotional. He was moving like Oscar, before we signed the brother, he was singing Anthony's praises. Like he said, he's the best thing in the world, blah, blah. As soon as we bought him, he's like, he's nothing. He's West, he's too much. We scammed me. I was like, you're an emotional guy. I hear
that, man. They're losing. He's their gem right now, isn't it? They're losing him. Lola says, I hope you do know, though, the second he does that turn on the ball thing, one player's going to hold the yellow card and take him. Yeah, man.
I see that still. I know, but I've seen 2 players this week do kick-ups on the ball. So
we know the Richarlison one was a big deal.
Varane did it as well against Liverpool in the box.
Varane did it in the box.
Oh, for real. Yeah. But that wasn't like he wasn't showboating. He was just doing what he had to do. I hear you, man. Shout out to CFC Beast. Shout out to everybody that's new. If you're new here, subscribe, like the video. We love that content every Monday. He says, Grealish, I don't think suits City, though. He's a Maverick type player who's a lot better with more freedom. He won't get that at City. Grealish, for me, would be better at Chelsea or Liverpool. I rate Grealish highly. He's one of my favourite players. Shout out Grealish, man.
Yeah,
he's not getting them games, though.
Definitely a Chelsea player. Even though I am flabbergasted by how you lot are supposed to attack. You guys are a weird club, man.
We'll get on to that very, very soon. Don't you worry. But Man United had a game this week. You beat Southampton 1-0. Not bounce back, but like adding on to the victory against Liverpool. How do you not feel about the game? I saw some fast school refereeing decisions, but you know,
I genuinely don't care anymore.
Like how?
I don't care.
We'll get on to that in a minute. We'll get back on to that because I have
eyes not giving that a penalty. Insane.
It was a scrappy game, and we're gonna get those games. Obviously, I was just getting annoying because again we had players that were making dumb decisions up top. At the back, like the back four that we have now, just needs to stay as the back four for the Prem. For the Europa League or the FA Cup, League Cup, I don't mind Lindelof and Maguire coming in because we're not going to get rid of them in the next 3 days. So they can come in at that point. But that back four of Martinez, again, fantastic game from him. And Varane, that pairing, there just needs to stay. Malacia's doing his thing. The low is the weak link at the right back, but at the moment, he's doing okay. I just want him to develop. If he can develop on the Ten Hag, I don't mind. But the back four as it is doing its thing. It's fine. But yeah, it was just a scrappy game, really. We've had chances. We should have put them to bed. Like there was one point where 3 different players tried to score at the goal and just didn't go in. It had to be 1-0 at that point. And Southampton, what you call it? They had a good game. That Lavia Don didn't really know who he was. Very, very good game of him.
The Man City boy.
Yeah, very good game of him. So when Bruno scored, I was happy, but we regressed into sitting back and seeing it out, which is something I don't really like to see. But what was good is that as soon as Casemiro actually came on, we were calm again. Like, we talk about aura. That man, he's another aura player.
No, Robin, steady Eddie. He wasn't a great player. He played with great players.
Yeah. Oh, but when Casemiro came on, just steadied the ship and everything was fine. So yeah, it was a scrappy win, but it was a win nonetheless.
Casemiro came on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
77th minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes, and the last 10 minutes were calm. So
that's dope. Okay. Yeah, man, pick up him. You lot got a game midweek. Thursday, you got Leicester. Do you reckon he'll start?
He has to, really.
I think he has to.
Okay.
I think he has to because he has to get his legs ready for the Arsenal game. So I would want him to start.
Arsenal?
Yeah, we've got Arsenal Sunday.
Oh my goodness. This league is
You didn't know that, Arsenal?
No, I didn't know. No, I didn't know. As in, I knew, but I didn't know at the same time. Murad has a question for another player who might start. United have just agreed to sign Martin Dubravka from Newcastle. Is he a backup, or does this mean David De Gea is on his way out? Lola's saying that DDG soon gone.
I don't think he's.
I don't know the brother.
I think he's coming to because the truth is we only know Dubravka in games when like Newcastle are on the back foot and he has to make like 10,000 saves. So we don't know him in a system where he wants some level of like ball retention at the back, like utilizing the ball in the back four. We don't know what he's gonna be like in possession. So I can't say, yeah, he's coming to take De Gea's place. I would have never said to him, like if someone asked me, can Dubravka play with his feet? I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never noticed it before.
So I was watching the Tottenham game, man. I saw Dean Henderson with his feet. He don't look too bad, you know. He don't look too bad with his feet.
You see, Dino, yeah. Like, I just despise the fact that he just talks too much. Like, you're okay in it. You're not.
Yeah. Nah, bro says is worse than DDP.
Listen, for me, Dean Henderson, a decent goalkeeper. I am not sure if he's better than David De Gea. I'm not sure if I can say that yet. But he had definitely a good game against Spurs.
He's annoyed me quite a bit because he came out and he said, I didn't want to give Ten Hag the option to keep me because I wanted to start and play. Well, and that's why he left for Nottingham Forest. And I'm like, if you're gonna act like that, don't expect the big clubs to actually come for you, because you are ever since you came and actually played for Man United, you haven't been good enough to think of give the fans or the manager, any manager, to think, I should probably take the hair out and start you a lot more. Because every time we've started you, you've had a poor game. So the talk, he needs to back it up more, and not at a lower league level. Like, we need to see you like in a top team and say, yeah, I'm the guy, and make us regret not picking you. Because if him going to Nottingham Forest, I'm calm with it. Like, he's doing his thing and that's fine, but you still conceded 2 goals. It's not like you saved the penalty and you won Nottingham Forest a point. No, you still conceded.
To be fair, it was Harry Kane though.
He had a good game. Endo says, remember Dean Henderson's performance against Liverpool in that 4-2 loss?
Endo, let them know.
You have a stinker?
Yeah.
This?
Bruv, like...
I don't really remember it. Lola says Henderson's a cocky brother, but I rate it. He's young, big-chested. In my opinion, you need it as a goalkeeper. I hear that, but you don't need to be talking. Just do it on the pitch. Just do it.
Yeah.
But scrappy win. Bruno Fernandes getting the goal. It was one of those performances where everyone was angry at him, and then he just scored out of nowhere. So
good finish.
It's just Bruno doing Bruno. And another person that I really want to talk about before we talk about Scott McTominay is CR7, because I don't know what this brother is on, but he was, to me, and this is my opinion, to me, he was throwing away purposely goals.
He was up. He was up.
Yeah.
He was up.
He was playing against
us. There was one part when he had the ball. All he needs to do was thread it through to Rashford. 2-0.
Rashford
question
was clear on goal.
Is it me, or did that pass not take a deflection?
I didn't see the deflection.
Is that the one where he should have played Rashford through, but he sends him wide instead?
Sends him wide. Why?
Big ops.
And to that point, I hope he doesn't get sold. Like, I'm hearing Napoli want him now on loan. I hope he sits on the bench.
Nah, that's
because
get him out. Get him out.
You don't want him there, because if he's not going to play, if he's not part of the plans, you don't want him there. He's going to cause more problems.
Yeah.
Not being there.
But I'm saying, I don't think he's getting sold. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Because a loan is an option. This is his last season at the club. He's on a 2-year contract. Go to flipping Timbuktu. Do what you want. I just don't want to see you in a United shirt this season. Do you know what I'm saying? So like he's forcing himself out of the club, talking about, you know, at the end of the week you lot are gonna find out. Shut up, man. Like he's not, because he's such a punk, bro. Like not because honestly,
that move was a waste man move. I can't lie.
Yeah, like he's not someone I look at and I think to myself, this guy is, because you would think, yeah, someone who is an elder statesman, someone who is a senior member of like the football community. Ronaldo's an
serial winner.
Serial winner. You would think, yeah, you'd be like clamoring everyone around you, like, man, we're going through a tough time with this Brentford game, with this Brighton game. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get the W. Like, you think you'd be right, acting like a real captain. You're twerking for other teams. Then when you don't get the move, you start crying, bro. Man, like, I get why you don't want to shake Carragher's hand because he's saying get rid. But Carragher's speaking the real, bro. You don't want to be here, and that's okay.
Do you think that's why he didn't shake Carragher's hand?
I think that's why he didn't shake his hand, because you're telling me because Man United are playing Liverpool on the pitch. You don't want to shake an ex-Liverpool player's hand. Are you 5?
No, come but on, like bro. he like so the next, what game did you play this week? You played
Southampton.
On the Sky, it wasn't Sky, it was BT Sport. On the commentary was Rio Ferdinand. I can't remember who the other player was. It might have been
Post goals and Rio Ferdinand.
No, it's Peter Crouch. So he goes up, he high fives Rio Ferdinand. He just misses it. He blanks the presenter completely. I think it was. I don't know. It was a lady. It might have been Kelly Cates or one of them. Completely blanks her and then goes to Peter Crouch and says high five and then just walks off. I think he was only saying hi to the people that he's actually cool.
But what is that though? No, but let's say it's what you're saying, Oscar. What is that? You're a big man, bruv. Like, what do you mean? You're not saying how to like you. If I come to your yard and there's a brother I've never met before, I'm gonna blank him because I don't know him. You're a big man, bro.
It's not my yard though. It's outside. It's like imagine
outside.
Imagine you're at carnival. Imagine you're at carnival. Yeah, you see 3 people. 2 of them you know. You go spud your boy. You go spud the other person. You're not spudding.
You spud the other. I'm spudding the other brother.
Are you crazy?
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
What kind of weirdo behavior is that? You see 4 people and you know 3. You're gonna say hi to just the 3 people. What? Like, come on, bro. This is long, man. You're a big man. You're a big man. He's moving mad.
We have
absolutely nuts.
Omar Fantasy. Shout out to Omar. He says the coach of Newcastle says St. Maximin's injury. He came off injured in the last minute of the Newcastle game, so I think he is injured. He was limping, holding his thigh. And he says, "Is captaining Rodrigo is that a good differential?" I don't know how long this Rodrigo juice is gonna last. This Rodrigo guy.
I put him in this week. I put him in just to see what go on. No, I'm saying I'm putting him in this week.
So Robin backs it, so maybe you can back it for captain. But any do you have any more on Manchester United before?
I wanted to say another week, and Lisandro Martinez's height hasn't been an issue. So what's happening?
You're right.
So again, I'm waiting for the eventual. Oh, we conceded because of Lisandro Martinez's height.
Yeah,
it's gonna come, and then people are gonna say, "See, I told you," and I'm like, that's just lazy journalism. Because, like, going back to Abdi's point here, Abdi's saying he was Maguire was decent 1920. Robin, hand on heart, I have never seen the last 2 games. I have never seen Maguire have any of these performances.
No,
I have never seen
0.
it. They've been telling me for 5 years this guy can play out from the back. Uncle, I have not seen it. I have not seen it. There are some passes that Lisandro Martinez is making straight to the central midfielder, and he's like 15 yards out. Maguire will take an eternity to think about the pass to make. You see what I'm saying? And the partnership so far works well for us. So again, I'll be when they come and tell me, "See, I told you," and I'm gonna be like, "Well, Maguire gets not Maguire. Van Dijk gets moved to. What does the one time that he's going to get dunked on prove? Because Van Dijk has been dunked on, Ramos has been dunked on. Like, it's silly. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't really say. Shout out to Mirad. He says, "I love this episode. So many subliminal messages being sent. Price doesn't matter. Price doesn't matter. Ladies, are you hearing this? 5'9" men costing price. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Hey." Top 4 podcast is my go-to for dating advice, bro. I don't know about dating advice, but if you want some perfume advice, go on Instagram.
Oh, here we go.
This had nothing.
You know
what I'm saying?
Well, I'll collect the plug.
Do you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to smell on a date? Type in Caesar Sense on Instagram. Go follow that. Yeah. Lola says, "You believe that?" Well, what's wrong? What's wrong with a 5'9" man? I don't understand. Lola says rivals chatting about Martinez's height is banter. Big journalist.
Yeah. I can take it from rival fans. But journalists?
I don't think it's shameful. Because they literally said they targeted his height. Like the managers, Graham Potter and Scott Parker, they both said they did that.
And we didn't concede. The only problem that Lisandro Martinez has made is that he should have conceded a penalty against Brighton. That is the only problem he's had.
Yeah.
Think about every goal we conceded.
I think that one Bournemouth goal where it's like in the air and then I think it's Ben.
No. My point is, like, he slipped. And then Ben Mee dominated the ball. And it goes back to the exact point I'm making. How many 6-foot plus centre backs get beaten in the air by 6-foot plus centre backs? How many? In fact, it happens on a weekly basis. No one talks about, bruv. Like, how many times did the what's his name? Like, what game was it? Leeds versus Chelsea. Yeah. The third goal. Koulibaly has the height dominance over the guy who's marking for the cross that comes in.
Yeah.
And there's no one's talking about the fact that Koulibaly is 6 foot and he shouldn't be dealing with that. You see what I'm saying? Sorry, he should be dealing with that. So my thing is, it's lazy journalism. And I've not even watched the video, but I've seen like Graham Souness talking about it again. And like I said last week, the brother is a weirdo. Like he's just a strange guy.
I don't put respect on Graham Souness, man.
Like, man, I'm saying, based on his takes, yeah, like we should never hear from him again from a football commentary perspective. Like, go home, my bro. Like, your time's really done, because he doesn't. Like, when was the last time Graham Souness had an inspiring take, or a take that you feel like, wow?
I've never heard analysis from this guy.
Like, he dropped gems. I don't really hear nothing from this brother, you know. But anyway.
Murad, just for your reference, that's how you spell it on IG. No, because he thought I said
C's on sense.
C's are sense. Maybe I wasn't.
That's actually not how you spell it, but it's calm.
Hold on.
It's CAE.
It's CAE. My bad. CAE, not CEA.
Yeah, CAE.
Yeah, check that out. Lola says, I mean, them bringing up his height in situations where he's shown it's not that deep of someone. Huh? Someone can pick up the second ball. I mean them
bringing up his height in situation when he's shown it's not that deep of if someone picks up the second balls.
Oh, okay.
What's it called? So I think she's talking about the fact that like when journalists do it, it's shameful.
Okay,
that's what I think she's talking about.
Translation: 6 foot men are faithful and romantic. Answer: no one. It's just lazy stereotyping that tall men are better. Now, that's another conversation. I really want to comment.
Don't have that with us.
It's another conversation. Shout out to Endo. He says West Ham signed Paqueta. Great signing for them.
What did he want Paqueta?
No, because I think Liverpool were going after him like late in the conversations with West Ham, and I was talking of hijacking, but I think the hijack failed.
The man have just realised they need a midfielder. So,
I will be shocked if they
sign
a central midfielder. I'll be very shocked if they sign one.
Okay. Endo says, why he's not talking about height? Go do something productive with your life. We're talking about centre backs.
But yeah, let's talk about that handball, because
we need to talk about it. What's there to say? There's another refereeing decision that's farcical. The referee saw it.
No. But guys, he touched the ball 5 times. He touched the ball 5 times.
Bro, he used his left arm to pump it up like it was.
It was volleyball. It was volleyball.
It's illegal in volleyball. You can't use your left hand to hit into your right hand. That's illegal in volleyball. But he's doing it in the Premier League. Get out of it, man. I don't want to talk about it, Robin. Get out of it. Yeah, I guess if we're concluding with Manchester United, let's move over to the North London Reds.
The super team.
A Saturday afternoon sluggish 2-1 victory.
Hey, Arsenal were hooping.
Were they hooping, yeah?
Nah, they were hooping. What's going on, Brandon?
They were, okay. I didn't
know if they were hooping.
I didn't see the game, but
I didn't get that sense.
Nah, they did everything but score in the first half.
Is it?
They did everything but score in the first half. Fulham sat deep and up and like when obviously Mitrovic bullied Gabriel, for that first goal, then it's like Arsenal. So yeah, it was Fulham won, then I think Arsenal won, then Arsenal 2-1.
Yeah.
Gabby Jesus was hooping that game. Oh my gosh. He was moving crazy.
I really like the player that he's showing himself to be at Arsenal.
I am finding myself eating my words. Like I didn't think he was gonna be this good. He's a good footballer, man.
Shout out to Murad. He says the champions elect, home of the Celtic Cowboys. I need more on Arsenal. I need more because obviously the game run that they've got, it's a fairly simple game run. We were talking about with me and Adrian. We're talking about what Arteta's going to do when injuries come into play and when Europa League comes into play. How he's going to handle that. We saw not Tomiyasu. What's my man's name?
Partey.
Zinchenko was injured. Partey was injured. So it was the first sense of like, okay, this is a new makeshift players and makeshift places, but they did their thing. Lola saying People see 2-1
Absolutely.
I think it was luck. We were 100% dominant in both halves. It was a single lapse that gave them the goal. Yeah, a bit of a mistake from one of the Gabbies, one of the Brazilians. And then Murad, relax. We don't need another Abdi. I really want to see what Murad is like when Arsenal start to Arsenal. Like, because we know that when it comes to Lola, David, they're very much feet on the ground when it comes to Arsenal because they know what's around the corner. But yeah, man, let me see. Question: if we played these exact games last season or seasons gone by, what would the results have been? I guess is what his question is.
What as in if they played the exact same way?
Yeah, I guess the question is, have Arsenal turned over a new leaf with this new team? Are the quote unquote easy games? Are they something like that we should?
But they were doing the easy games last season, though, so that's different. They were doing the easy games last season.
No, not all of them. Not all of them. Like Arsenal didn't not make top 4 because of the small teams. Sorry, the big teams. There was bare games they didn't win, man. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, I've always said this beating the top 4 thing is hype. It's nonsense. Beat the small teams. I've always said beat the small teams because right now they're on 100% record. Do you see what I'm saying? They've conceded 3 goals. Like Arsenal are hooping. The big test is when the other competitions come, when the World Cup comes, because everyone will be affected by the World Cup. Do you see what I'm saying? In a big or small way, everyone will be affected by the World Cup. So we need to wait and see how he deals with then, and then obviously Europa. Because in my opinion, Europa is something they should be going for. They need to be going for Europa League.
Yeah, but you don't go for Europa League until what, March?
Like, no, but you have to remember, bro.
It handle itself until then.
No, but you have to, bro. There's Champions League next week. Europe is back next week.
Yeah, Europe's back next week. And remember, it's weekly. It's weekly. It's not like
because of the World Cup, everything is congested.
Hey guys, we're getting football every day.
Every game. Every day we're getting football.
It's only like if Friday is the only day there won't be football on TV, like literally.
And who knows? We could get more Friday night footballs with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying. Right. So for me, I'm like, listen, Arteta's big test again. I've moved off the I don't rate Arteta thing. Now I'm like, okay, let me actually see where I can assess you. So the next couple years, like I've said, finish 5th or higher. You see what I'm saying? Depending on investment and stuff like that, then I'll see if I can put you with the Graham Potters and David Moyes, because it's very clear that he's gonna leapfrog all the other guys and go into that category because the size of the club he's at, the caliber of players he gets, and the fact that he's been under Pep's tutelage. So he has succumbed the first 3 years, or this is his 3rd full season. Let him do 2 or 3 more years. And I don't want to hear no excuses of, injuries and stuff. And let's see how he deals with that. And we'll see.
Lola's saying Arsenal got 1 point from Palace, 0 from Brighton, and 3 from Southampton last season. Deep that.
Look at that.
That Southampton loss towards the back end of the season was horrible. Even Burnley, you didn't beat at home. Oh, did they beat Burnley at home? Did I make that up? There was a game towards the back end of the season they drew at home. Oh, Lola.
I think it was Brighton. It could have been
Brighton. Maybe I'm making it up in my head. But there was a game, I remember, in the hunt for top 4 that they lost at home. And I was thinking, you have to be winning those if you're trying to make Champions League. Shout out to Ha. He says, just got Yard right now, but have to tune into the stream. Also, Swams is not that guy. I mean, do you know what? You're saying he's not that guy because of the boxing, but we could have said this before that anyway, couldn't we? Like, yes. So I was right. Yeah, it was Burnley. Yeah, Lola says they drew to Burnley. Endo says 0-0 in January. Yeah, like stinkers like that, and I think they missed a big chance in that game. I might have been Lacazette towards the end, but Arsenal got through. I genuinely thought when Mitrovic scored, because I wasn't like watching the game. I was out, but I was aware of what was going on. There was a TV on, but I wasn't paying attention to the TV. So I saw Mitrovic goal go in, and I said, "Oh, do Arsenal have it to come back?" But then the time was enough. The time they had was enough. And Saturday, the Emirates, when the sun is out, these men, they get gassed. They love it. Murad says, I've seen enough to say that there has been a permanent shift in how we play, how we dominate, what our mentality and attitude is going to be on the pitch. Robin, are you hearing this?
No, I get it and I hear it. And I'm saying Arsenal have improved drastically. Even I'm surprised at this start. Like Arsenal, and I've said it at the beginning, Arsenal are good. They're very good.
Yeah.
I just want to see how they deal with Europe. Because that Thursday, Sunday schedule, especially now that it's going to be all the way, like United and Arsenal are playing Sundays until the World Cup, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I wonder how he's going to deal. I wonder how they're going to deal.
So question. So on Europa League, you don't play Mondays then? They put you on Sundays always?
Yeah, Sundays always, or some Mondays. Okay. But yeah, either way, it's going to be a free 3 days or 4 days before a game.
Crazy weekend. Lola says, deep this too. The last time Arsenal won a game and that they've gone down in the second half was 2013. Is that Premier League or all competitions? Because that's insane. See, Arsenal have never had the fortitude to come back from being a goal down in the 50th minute or whatever. That's crazy. So it showed something. And I saw people criticizing the celebrations. I just think like people got to let people.
It was that what the BN Sports. Whoever said that, you're a moron.
I mean, it was Richard Keys, but
Richard Keys is another hate. He's another weirdo. Like they're weirdos.
I think Richard Keys works for BN Sports, and he knew what he was doing. He knew he was riling it up for the clips. I think that's what I think anyway. But outside of Richard Keys, this is a thing that people say, isn't it? People talk about how teams should celebrate and how they shouldn't. Look, 4 wins in 4 games. Like, it's a good start to the season. That's all Arsenal could have hoped for. And next week, is it next week or midweek? They've got Aston Villa. That's another chance to make it 5. Like, go for it.
They'll beat Villa.
They'll beat Villa.
Hey, I need someone, James Carragher, to speak on his boy Stevie G. I need someone to chat.
Yeah, we need.
I need answers.
You need it.
I need. What's the show that Gary Neville and them lot do on YouTube?
The Overlap.
Where they go over the walk. Yeah, the Overlap. I need Gary Neville to go to Birmingham and have a walk with Steven Gerrard.
He did the Overlap with Steven Gerrard, and then he asked him what kind of shows do you watch, and Steven Gerrard said he watches Top Boy.
But he's not Top Boy right now. So what's happening here?
That was all I took from the interview, by the way. I said, "Wow, Steven Gerrard watches Top Boy." Fair enough. Lola says it was a dope game. Captain O the glue.
Absolutely.
Saliba was hooping too. When was he?
Ben Oyubo.
We're never gonna call him his actual name. It's Benny Blanco for me. Benny Blanco.
I really like Benny Blanco. I think it was it.
Nah, Benny Blanco is only set for the real G's. He's not.
Benny Blanco.
No, but like, bro, like, there's a decision there to be made. Like, Tommy Asu's coming back to full fitness. Do they keep him at right back, or do they keep Benny?
If I'm Arteta, it's only Tommy Asu.
You don't like Benny
Tommy Asu. It's only Tommy Asu.
Benny White's been hooping though.
I don't know about hooping.
Come on, man.
I don't know about hooping.
On, respect Benny. Respect Benny. Abdi says, I can't wait for the Arsenal bubble to burst when they come OT. Is that what's happening? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
I think
interesting.
That Sunday game is going to be something special.
Because when Peter was right. I think Peter was right when he said he wants to face Man United that was getting battered. I think with the changes that we've made, it's going to be a very, very interesting game. I don't know who. I think it's going to be a draw, in my personal opinion. But it will be very, very interesting.
I think as things stand, Arsenal should win that game.
Mm-hmm.
They should. But I don't think it's going to be that simple.
If you ask me, I'm not even confident that Manchester United are going to beat Leicester on Thursday. And Leicester are terrible. Leicester are terrible. But I would not put money in and say, yeah, United are going to win that game. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. No, Southampton did not show me a turn of a new leaf. It didn't. I'll be real.
Nah, there's too much AFCON in that team. I'm so sorry. Like they're just solid at the back, but they're not. I keep telling about this fraud, James Ward-Prowse, bruv. He is not a good midfield. He's not.
What are you saying? James Fraud-Prowse?
Fraud-Prowse, bruv. This guy, just this. You know, there's certain men that are just match of the day players. That's it. if you put the highlight reel on, they look sick. But he's not anything special, man. Yeah. He's not.
Yeah.
He would have moved by now. He would have moved to a bigger club by
now. Okay. David wants to know when we're talking FPL. After we finish Arsenal, I'll run through a bit of FPL chat, and then we can move on to the next team. Lola says, personally, I want an intimidating back line. If 3 or 4 defenders are over 6 foot, I'm happy. Tomiyasu, 6'2". Gabby, 6'3". Saliba, 6'4". Run it.
Because you know what Arteta's telling them, innit? Them set pieces.
Facts. Facts.
That's what he's telling them.
I don't think that's bad. My team are getting dominated in set pieces at the moment. I think it's necessary. Lola says, this whole celebrate too much thing is irritating, though. Man can't be happy. Liverpool, who everyone and their mum will say is clear of us, they drew to Fulham. That's a fact. That's a fact. Tahar says, all the energy man had for Lampard, they need to keep for Gerrard. Thank you.
Facts.
Yeah. I think it's slightly different just because Lampard was managing the club. He was managing Chelsea. So everyone had chat for him because it's like, you know, if Gerrard was managing Liverpool, they'd be on his neck. But yeah, we'll see. Tahar says, I think we ban FPL today. Okay, I'm going to find your name on the list, Tahar, and see what you put. What you said. Clearly, you don't have talking. Clearly. Lola says, I want to see if Arsenal can beat a team who are on a bad run of form, because too many times it's Arsenal who are the W for these dead teams when they're spiraling. Interesting. Well, that's it. That's Aston Villa. You got Aston Villa. They ain't won a game this season. Am I right in saying that? They ain't won a game?
No, I think they did. I think they've won one game.
When? I don't know, innit? But yeah, Villa's a team that need a win, regardless. They need a win. So that could be your opportunity, and you're away from home, and you know Gerrard's got the aura, so you're gonna have to fight that. We'll see how it goes. What are we doing here? And this is
aura is the thing.
If you're
man.
below 6 foot, you can't marry her. If you're below 6 foot, you have to have mad aura. Otherwise, you're not getting in the conversation. You're not. Assad says, this Mo Salah guy violated my life. I triple captained him. He got me 9 points in a 9-0 win. Disgrace, yeah? Mo
disgrace. Salah. Absolute disgrace. Do you know how pissed off I was?
Disgrace. Hey, I captained him. I didn't triple captain him, but I captained him.
I captained him. Well, he got me 6 points. 6.
Okay, I got it wrong. Arsenal at home. They're not away. Fair enough. Tahar then says, Oscar, I need United to beat Arsenal so Abdi comes back with chest, then United to lose and he runs away again. I mean, you wrote the script yourself. We know what's going to happen and what's not. But yeah, congrats to Arsenal. 4 wins, 4 games, top of the tree. Let me run over to this fantasy league thing and see. What did I do last time? Did I show did I share my screen last time?
I think you did, but no. You just read off the list.
No, I shared my screen. I'm pretty sure. Let me run that again.
But yeah, no. While you're getting up, let's talk about Liverpool's 9-0 spanking of Bournemouth. Guys, can we kick out Bournemouth away from the Premier League like immediately?
Why? They beat you 4-0. Why are we kicking them out?
Because they didn't beat us 4-0.
Huh?
Oh, did they beat us 4-0? No, they didn't. We haven't played Bournemouth.
Brentford beat us 4-0.
Yeah, Brentford.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. We
haven't played Bournemouth yet.
My bad. Yeah,
but yeah, no. Can we get rid of them because
no.
a useless club?
We need to keep them.
Why do we need to keep them?
Oh, you want
because they're the one team that's going to guarantee us 3 points. They're generally not good.
Bad.
They're not.
They're
good.
Bad. They're horrid. Like, Bobby Firmino had the game of his life. What did he get? 2 goals, 3 assists.
Bro, Firmino was on smoke for no reason. Like,
absolutely not.
Murad is saying give them a minimum 15-year Premier League ban.
I hear it. Them and Norwich, they do not deserve to be back in the Prem because what are they doing? What's the point of them? Why do you come up and not have a fight? Like Fulham has done well. Who else came up? Not on Forest. They're fighting it all right. But these lot, every time they come up, They're absolutely useless. It's a trip to the beach.
That's not true. Bournemouth had a long stint in the Premier League where they were like all right, and they were bogey teams for a lot of teams.
They were fighting every time.
I mean, look, it's Bournemouth on the south coast. Like, what do you expect? Like, they're not like.
I expect them to put up something.
No, but I'm saying in previous years they have. This season, I'm seeing a Bournemouth that is giving us nothing. They're giving us nothing. A lot of Bobby prop in the chat. Baraka saying Bobby was on a whole new level. Endo saying Bobby used up 80% of his GA in this season in that game. I want to ask because obviously Bobby got, what did he get? 4 assists.
That was like 3 assists, a hat-trick assist, and I think 2 goals, something like that.
Stupid like that. I want to know, did anybody put Bobby Firmino in their fantasy team? That's the question I want to know.
Absolutely not. Because I didn't expect this to happen. Did you know why? Because I thought Salah was going to cook. But what did he do? He gave me niche. He gave me absolute niche.
Shout out to my boy Darwin. He's top of the league right now. He got 109 points. Big up Michael, who was top a couple of weeks ago. He's got 80. I was top last week. I've dropped down to 3rd. Let me see where some of the man. Oh, this is why David wanted us to talk FPL, yeah, because he's 7th, got 108 points. Flipping heck.
Raw.
Yeah, David, give us the source, man. How did you get 108 points? Like, what's going? Oh, you triple captain Haaland. There we go. Triple captain Haaland. I hear that, man. I hear that. Let me see where you, man. All right, Peter's down here, number 8. He got 66 points.
I'm like middle, like 30th now.
Shout out to Assad. Assad, 58 this week. Not great. Languishing in 22nd place. Assad, step it up. David's in 70. David got 75. Decent week. Robin, you got 33. No, you're in 33rd.
No.
Sorry. You got 58. Yeah. Mad. Lola. This is stinky.
Yeah, this is stinky because Lola was having horrid. Lola was top last season.
Or 54. 54 is an average week, mediocre week, I think. Yeah, man, that's the fantasy league.
But it's close though. I'm looking at it. Everyone's like 20 points apart, so you can jump up and down easy. It's late in the league. Yeah.
Where's Tahar? Tahar joined the league, but I can't seem to find him. Did I just skip his name, Brian?
He's like, I think he was like 15th or something like that.
15th. I'm mugging it. No, he's not 15th. Tahar, let me know if I've missed your name or something. But bro, let me read out some more of these comments. Oscar, try find me. I'm sinking. I used my free hit this week. Too many man letting me down. Cough, Salah and Saka. Shout out to my man who got 108 points. Oh, Baraka's here. Hey, Baraka says Salah contributing absolutely nothing. It's criminal. Tahar says, bro, I'm out of the top 10. I'm pissed. Where are you, bro?
He said he's 13th.
Oh, there you are, 13th. Yeah. Big up Tahar. Where's Baraka? I'm trying to see Baraka in there. But yeah, the link to the chat is in the description of the video. So if you're not in the FPL league, come join that. Yeah, at the end of the season, I'll be moving from 3rd to 1st, and we'll see that pretty soon. Man, where are we going next? Liverpool. I don't know if there's anything more to say about Liverpool. They won 9-0. Congratulations to them. They had to bounce back. First win of the season, finally. Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's literally. I can't say that Liverpool are quote unquote back because it was Bournemouth at the end of the day. Fantastic. They had to get the W, and unfortunately for Bournemouth, it was just business usual for Liverpool. Like they had to spank someone, and unfortunately, Bournemouth got spanked. Let's Liverpool need a midfielder. That's all I can really say, and I don't think they're going to sign anyone.
Jurgen Klopp is a top donut. Did you see how he came out in the media?
Oh, he was like, I was wrong, you were right.
I need a midfielder. You were all right, I was wrong. Is man like that? What is he doing? Why would you do
He's
that?
a baby. He's a baby.
Like, he's the guy. When I think of Jurgen Klopp, yeah, I think of like, you know them annoying teachers in school that will just like keep you in detention and just like mock it for no reason. Just like, why are you so... Yeah, he just seems very long, very difficult to deal with.
Like I said, he's a great manager, but come on, man. I was in the group chat. I said he was better than this. Like, you shouldn't be complaining at the viewers or the journalists saying that, oh, you are right, I need a midfielder. I'm like, bro, just handle your business. We all saw the issue, and now you're trying to highlight it now.
It's not rocket science to say that Liverpool's weakest point has been the midfield in terms of players that they've needed to add in
for years as well.
Yeah. Assad says, this is the first year of playing FPL seriously. I find myself cheering rival teams' players scoring. Yeah, that's the game, man. I mean, for me, I like it because some games I just don't care about. But if I've got a player in my team, I now care. Tahar said he's so brain dead. I can't lie. Now, if Liverpool go for a centre midfielder, the price is going to be higher regardless. Everybody knows they need one. That's a fact. Assad said Jurgen Klopp is that surprise teacher who thinks he's boss. To be fair, he's the boss, though. Jurgen's the boss in Liverpool. Shout out everybody that's listening so far. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Let's move on to the Premier League champions. Manchester City 4, Crystal Palace 2. Now, as you were struggling, 2-0 down, yeah, half time. We're thinking, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was running.
Comes to 4 and bags a hat trick and wins the game for Manchester City. Robin, do you have anything to say about this performance?
Yeah, he's a machine. He is a machine, and he's reminded everyone once again he's not coming here just to piss about. He's here to dominate.
Yeah,
I was never worried about him when he was missing those sitters.
He's a cyborg. A cyborg. Oh my gosh, he's an absolute menace. Like, he's not human. Like, I think Robin, you and I relate because the first time I ever saw Erling Haaland, I knew this was not normal. This is something special. And Robin was in agreement with me that this is not a normal player. This is something else.
When I said Oli wants this player, I said yes. That was the only time I was like, yes, we need him straight away. But
it's long for a long time.
All right, shout out to David, by the way, for raising the most fugazi agenda. Like, I can't believe what happened on the weekend,
so
man.
For those of you that don't know, a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, it was, I can't remember what game it was. I think it was Bournemouth against...
It was when they had the 8 touches.
Erling Haaland had 8 touches. And I tried to raise this as a talking point because I was like, guys, this is a bad showing here. How are you playing for Manchester City up front and you've only got 8 touches? David shut it down. He was not trying to hear it. He said that it doesn't matter because you're Erling Haaland and you're going to score again next week. Now, we all know Haaland's going to bag. We all knew a hat-trick was coming.
That's not the point.
That's not the point. The point is, when Lukaku had 7 touches, Sky Sports made a documentary. They had a video which was every single touch. Yeah? They have a clip on YouTube which is every touch of the Lukaku in that game, just to count them. Chelsea won the game. It didn't make a difference to the outcome of the score, but there was hella talk from the media. When it comes to Haaland, there's no talk. Why? Fair enough, man. We know what this is. All my life, Brandon says, I need the people who said he would struggle to stop hiding. Brandon, bring them to me because I was on streams on other platforms for a good 20 minutes arguing with people saying that, it's a new league, Bundesliga tax. Shut up. Whatever the price was for Erling Haaland, you pay that price. Like, whatever it was. Luckily, Man City got the release clause though. But look, the rest of us Premier League teams were in for a long time. It's a long, long time. Erling Haaland's going to be dominating. Even if Pep leaves, Erling Haaland is batting up this league.
I predicted 20 goals this season. He scored 5. He scored 5 already.
Ernest, I had a conversation with somebody after game week 1 who said to me, Erling Haaland won't get 13 Premier League goals this season. 13!
In the words of the great Paul from Blue, are you sure that's necessary?
You know what's worse, yeah? He's not going to the World Cup. So he's coming back in January. Boxing Day, we're getting 5 goals from Erling Haaland. On Boxing Day. That's Man City fans' Christmas present is 5 goals from Erling Haaland, man.
And the thing is, I feel like he scored way more difficult goals than the goals he scored on the weekend.
Yeah. Because
they weren't difficult. The movement, the positioning, it's too easy.
There you go, Ernest. David saying that he scored 6.
He scored 6. He scored 2 against West
2.
Ham.
Yeah, 1. He scored 1 last week.
He scored 1 last week. Good Lord.
Yeah, he's on 6. Yeah. Hey.
That's it. Lola says, all this being said, I think if that third goal goes in, Palace would have at least got a point. Yeah. The way they chalked up the goal.
Yeah, that was a bit,
do you know
a bit suspect.
I tried to raise the point in the Man United game. The refereeing in this league, it's just mid. Like, it's just mid. VAR is not even helping the thing. Like, I don't understand how you can chalk off a goal for nothing.
Did you see the handball yesterday for Spurs versus Nottingham Forest? Kane is literally going for the header, and the guy's hand, bruv, is volleyball. It's volleyball in the box. I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
Do you not remember this one? Man said the Bellingham goal versus Man City. Oh, I lost it that day. I lost it that day. Furious with that was Champions League. That wasn't even Premier League.
Yeah,
I was fuming. I was absolutely fuming. But yeah, City were losing. They fought hard and they bounced back. Do you have any thoughts for City?
Congratulations to Manchester City for winning yet another Premier League.
Oh, it's done, yeah?
Oh, it's done.
It's done. Okay. I have a question for you. Obviously, we're talking about what Erling Haaland now means to that side. For Manchester City, the big thing is obviously the Champions League. Their group has just been drawn, along with all the other groups. They've got Sevilla. They've got Erling Haaland's old club, Dortmund. He's going back. And they've got Copenhagen. Is this Man City's year? Can they win the Champions League?
It's never the year till they lift it.
You don't think Haaland adds weight?
I think he adds the same as Aguero.
Yeah.
I hear that.
I look at City's team and I feel like I look at the midfield, it's not as strong as it was. It's the same with defense.
The AFCON's gone.
Yeah. And I feel like when it comes to the Champions League, the first part, yeah, they're gonna smash the group stage. 4 points on that.
Yeah.
But I look at what's going on with Barcelona, I look at Madrid, and I think, are they better than them?
City should be.
And right there.
Hey, Barca are hooping, you know.
Yeah, they're hooping. I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, they're actually hooping.
I'm sorry, guys. City should beat both of those clubs. City are the best team in this competition. They are. Like, it's just the hoodoo and the stigma they can't get over. Bro, they should have beat Real Madrid. You watch that Real Madrid game, they should have battered them. They were better than Real Madrid.
They were.
But Don Benzi came through and did what he does.
Give him an inch. Yeah, David says Group C is mad. What group is Group C?
It might be the Inter Milan team.
Group C is Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pleasant. Now, I think the best groups in the Champions League don't involve the English clubs. Like, they're all outside of that. So there's that group, which is insane. And then the other group that's actually quite tasty is the PSG, Juventus, Benfica.
Yeah, the Juventus one. Yeah, that one. I was like, ooh, that's a nice one.
And then even outside of that, I know I watched a lot of games from this group, which is Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. Like, those groups are cold. I feel like the actual Premier League team groups, like, meaty. All 4 Premier League teams are going through. There's no issues there. Brandon says Barcelona's squad is mad. Yeah, nah, it's Saturn. Xavi cooking over there. He's cooking. Back onto Man City. Lola says, I don't rate wide players for City, by the way. They started poorly. Foden, Grealish have been good, though. Lola says,
I can't lie.
Europa.
Juventus, I've been keeping an eye on them recently and seeing what Allegri has been doing. No, they're in trouble, you know. It does not look good. Not good at all.
Back on Igbo and Shire FC are going to be calm this season. Obviously, talking about Crystal Palace. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's rumors. There's rumors that Wilfried Zaha could be on his way out of Palace. Who knows what that could mean? Ernest is yawning because he had a rumor. He just had the same rumor. Yeah, no. Apparently, teams are in for him. I think Chelsea are one of the teams. We'll see where that goes. Assad says the last time Chelsea were in Group E, we won the UCL. Get this. So we were in Group E 2021 when we won it. We was also in Group E 2012 when we won the Champions League. Guys, it's 4
Do you think you're winning China?
The crystals are coming
You're not
together.
winning the Champions League.
All we need now is to sack our manager and get a new manager in January. And it's all aligned. That's how we do it. And the manager has to be a former player because, that's how it's going to run. Lola says, Zaha goes and Sarr comes in. They've got ballers there too. Yeah, but it's not like... Taha said, Oscar sounded like Dubois. Yeah, trust me, when I get that aligning, once I find the right thing, I'm going to make the tree of alignments that mean that Chelsea are going to win the Champions League. Asad said, I genuinely believe we can win the Champions League. All jokes aside, though, no one wants to face us. I don't know, man. Our team has changed a lot. Like, it's not the team that it was last season. We've lost a lot of players. We might as well get into Chelsea now. Is that all right? Can I move on? Chelsea have had a lot of changes in their squad. A lot of players have gone out. A lot of players are coming in. It looks like we're going to sign for Wesley Fofana, which I'm buzzing for. Great. I think I was really...
Do you think he's worth the 80 mil that he's costing? 75 to 80 mil?
Just like we've been saying, I don't care. I just don't care if he's worth it or not. Is he going to be a good centre-back for Chelsea? Yes. Is he one of the best young centre-backs, I think, that is ready to step into the Premier League? I mean, he's already in the Premier League. So, yeah. I'm happy with the signing. And I think losing Rudiger and Christensen in one season was never going to be easy to recover from. But I think we've adequately replaced both of them. I genuinely think Koulibaly is better than Rudiger. And I think Christensen, good young centre-back, but Fofana probably has a higher ceiling. You know what I mean?
I hear that. This
weekend, Barcelona came out and reported that Christensen couldn't play because he had a fever. And I've seen that tweet so many times. So,
how do you have a fever in Barcelona? It's too warm there.
As much as I liked Christensen, the fact that Fofana is just going to be more available, obviously depending on injuries, but no stupid on day of the game you've had a late, pulling up in the training. Then yeah, I'm happy with that. Assad said, "When's the last time Chelsea won a game convincingly? This team ain't good for my health, bro. I could not tell you the last time we won a game convincingly. To be fair,
when I was going to say prior to the red card." And your boy, by the way, I'm on him.
Who's my boy?
Gallagher, your red card boy.
It's not my boy.
I'm watching him because at Crystal Palace he was getting all the praise and glory. I was like, okay, he's come back to Chelsea and he's not had a good start. So I'm just watching him.
He's had a woeful start. Yeah, he was our worst player against Leeds, bar none, and then he gets sent off against. Who is it? Leicester in his home debut. Now, the only thing is, I don't blame Conor Gallagher at all. At all. I put 100% of the blame for Conor Gallagher's poor start on our manager. Now, you spoke about the praise that he got for his time at Crystal Palace. What was he doing at Crystal Palace? He was winning the ball high up the pitch. He was getting in the box. He was scoring goals. Lola's calling him a run till it hurts, man. That's what he proved that he was good at in the Premier League. He didn't have a great loan spell when he was at West Brom, playing in a deeper role. So, the best he's got, when he went on loan to Charlton and Swansea and Crystal Palace, he was in the final third. He was winning the ball high up the pitch and he was scoring goals. Once he gets in the box, Chelsea ain't blessed with players that can score goals. Our team can't really execute in the final third. Gallagher can actually do that. So why Thomas Tuchel feels to play him as the pivot, him and Jorginho as the deepest midfielders, like almost screening the back four and trying to progress play, he's not good at doing that. He runs around like a headless chicken, and he made 2 fouls in the space of half an hour. Both of them were yellow cards that got him sent off. In the process, he was running around like a headless chicken. So I blame Gallagher for expressing the traits that we knew he had before he came. Like, I can't be mad at him. I can't. He's being misused. Like, I have to look at the manager. Assad says Gallagher needs to hand in a transfer request and respect himself. He's another passion merchant hyped up by the Cobham sexuals. I don't even think this is Cobham sexuals. I don't think that's fair. Because when he was on loan at Swansea and Charlton, no one was saying, "Oh, Gallagher must make it in the team." No one said that. He went in even after his loan at West Brom, he got shipped out on loan again after a Premier League loan. Nobody cared. None of the Chelsea fans were like, "Oh, Gallagher needs to be in the team." He went to Crystal Palace. He balled out. Like Robin, like you're saying, you saw him. He got plaudits. It wasn't from Chelsea fans. It was from Gary Linekers and all the pundits. So yeah, it's like he earned his right to be in the squad, but use him properly. When you've got him, use him properly. Like I just don't understand that. Mirad says, run, Connor.
Run.
Yeah, Connor's just getting mugged off. C1 says, playing Connor as a ball progressor on my life is disgraceful. But, you know, he's reckless. Yeah. He has to, like, when I say what I say, I was criticizing Tuchel for all of Gallagher, but he has to take responsibility for the red cards. Like, he made 2 stupid fouls. He takes the red cards on himself. That's his own mistakes. Yeah, I'm not blaming Tuchel for his mistakes. But in terms of playing him in that position, like, it didn't take a genius to figure out he's not going to perform there. I could have told you that for free. Brandon says, unpopular opinion, Tuchel is stubborn and it will impact us this season. Oi, you see how it's turning, Robin? You see how it's turning?
I'm asking. I'm going to ask you weekly, are you Tuchel out? Because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
I'm not Tuchel out. I just feel like when a manager wins the Champions League, there's an air of invincibility, and among the fan base is like, you can't criticize him because he won the Champions League, and also he did it with a squad that was not great.
Remember, you're now calling yourselves champions of Europe, so there's also an expectation for you to go on and deliver from the league point of view.
I expect certain things, and when I'm frustrated with how the team play, like, I can't put that down to anything. Just a couple more on Conor Gallagher. Mirad says, send him back to the Eredivisie, let him ball out there, and then be purchased by Ten Hag next season.
I like that.
Baraka says, Gallagher and Mount off the pitch, a better performance. Oh my gosh. Man, you're killing the boys, yeah? Asad is saying Mount needs to be dropped as well. However, we play Saints tomorrow, and those are the type of teams he balls out against. I hate Mount. Asad hates Mount, Gallagher, Havertz, and Jorginho. I mean, I think hating Gallagher is really harsh. I don't think it's his fault. Mason Mount is another player who I feel like is misused. He plays in the final third for no reason. Like, it's not the best way to get the best out of him. But it is what it is. I do agree that I think Mount should probably sit out the next game. I don't think Mount should play. But yeah, Tuesday night, we got Southampton. Tough game. Tahar says, bro, we have a technical academy midfielder ready in Gilmore, but Tuchel wants to play the road runner in double pivot. Robin, Billy Gilmore was not given a squad number this season.
Yeah. I can't help you there.
He wasn't given a squad number this season, and we're playing Gallagher in a position that Gilmore would thrive in. I just don't understand that. Like, I just think that's...
Also, you've now sent your boy off to what? Off to Germany, to the Bundesliga.
Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi, man.
That one, I can't complain about. Because, like, how many times are you going to try it and it's not going to work? I don't think Tuchel's, like, the biggest fan of Hudson-Odoi. He continually talks about his potential and says, yeah, he needs to unlock this, he needs to do this, he needs to do that to get to the level. But I think the treatment of him was a bit harsh. Only last season we saw Hudson play for Chelsea properly. And I think in that time he was playing, we had some of our best victories. We beat Juventus 4-0. We had a 7-0 win against Norwich. I know it's Norwich, but who cares? Newcastle 3-0. Aston Villa, we scored 3 against. Some really big performances where the attackers actually looked like in full flow. We went to Leicester away and won 3-0. These are all games that Callum Hudson-Odoi started in. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, you can't correlate the starts. And I'm like, no, I can. That's when we created chances and when we played better. We don't create chances without creative players in the team. Lola says, bring me Cho. Cho at Arsenal would cook. I'll be honest. He would cook. But yeah, it goes back to the manager for me. If he feels that we have enough in the team that we can get rid of a player like Cho, let me see it. Let me see the creativity. Let me see us score goals. Shout out to C1. He says, I'm so happy for Cho. Finally gets his loan and he can show what he can do. In my opinion, he will do well in that system. They have better attackers. He's going to be playing with Patrick Schick, Florian Wirtz, and Diaby as well.
Yeah, gets a feature in the Champions League as well, so it's all good for him. Yeah.
For me, Robin, that was the big thing. I was like, is he going to play number one? I think he'll get game time in that squad. I think he'll start. And then he's going to play Champions League football. So there is that level to play against higher opposition than just Bayern Dortmund. and Frankfurt. Like those are the only teams I truly rate out there. But just going back to Tuchel on this, there's a couple of comments about Tuchel.
Oh dear. That's not rated. I just read that comment and I'm just like
you raised the question about being sorry, whose comment did you read?
Assad, the second to last.
Second to last. Thank God the Power League footballer is gone. The most overrated young players I've seen. I mean, look, I'm gonna give it 4 months. 4 months of him playing Bundesliga football.
Okay.
And then I'll come back to you and I'll ask you that question again. Because
so what? 29th of December. 29th of December. We'll come back to it.
29th of December. He might even be playing for Ghana in the World Cup. So we might see some upside from there. So, like, when it comes to Hudson, there's no doubt in my mind that the player just needs the opportunity to blossom. Taha says, yeah, aside just maybe it's that. Reece is the only one that seems to get the love. But yeah, going back to Thomas Tuchel, because you raised the question about me being Tuchel out. Have their questions. Baraka says, Tommy T got an answer for his crimes playing Gallagher in that position. Agreed. Taha says, but Tuchel, get your ish together. Facts. Get it together, please. Like, let me see. Let me see. Like what I said to you last week, Robin. Let me see what you're building because I don't see it. And it says, I'm not Tuchel out, but I'm not wearing the Champions League shades. Yeah. Simple as that. Taha also says, bro, Tuchel trying to film. I won the league with create a YouTube video game. Bro, I was trying to like he's trying to use the YouTube creator studio without
no creator.
Look, we're talking about creative players. Endo asked about Wagwan for Ziyech. Is he on his way out? Or also, is Alonso going to be staying after all?
Well, we've given Ajax the money.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get our money, so that's pretty much it.
And if you guys getting Anthony is the trade-off for us getting rid of Ziyech, thank you so much, Manchester United. So Ziyech is gone, and Ziyech's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. I just don't think in any stretch he's a Premier League player. I don't think he's built for the grind, to be honest. He's just not that kind of player. Lola says Cho has to ball out in Germany. He's my boy, but yeah. Oh, now he's your boy. All right, cool. All right, yeah. He has to perform. Yeah.
I thought Lola's always been Team Cho.
I've never heard the prop. I've always heard that, yeah, he's got potential, but I've never seen Cho prop from Lola. I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I ain't seen that. You know what I mean? I feel like there was times I was running this race by myself, Robin. There was times.
No, I rate Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think when he was getting that Bayern move, I thought he was very silly for him to sign the contract. I thought he should have gone and actually developed.
Yeah.
I think he's also stunted his development, still being at Chelsea. So I don't know how well he's going to do out there in the Bundesliga. I think there's somewhere to develop, but I don't know if that's the team he needs to develop in. He could be a standout player for them and he could stay for a season, but I feel like he needs to move on from Chelsea. Like, I don't think he should come back after that, though, because I don't think he's going to get used.
Yeah, I think he'll get game time. I think he'll start. Endo says Lola likes every black player. Lola says, don't lie, Oscar. I've rated Cho. I'm just not blind. And he's not an player. My energy is all on the other babies. I got too many kids, brother. I hear that.
I hear that.
By the way, Oscar, Robin says my name properly. Wait, how do you say his name? Assad. Yeah,
that's a spell.
It's like Assad. I've been saying it like Assad. Like, okay, Assad. I'll say it right this time. My bad. I've been saying it. God, dude. You already know. Album out now in stores. Go grab that. Sorry, I got another question. Endo says, Chelsea fans are weird, fam. You won the game with 10 men. Goodness me, be happy. You're right. You're 100% right. Let me talk about the actual game. Chelsea were really, really good, I think. To go 10 men, I straight away, I was at the game, I looked at some of the people around me, I said, guys, it's another L. When Conor Gallagher got sent off, I said, another L. We're just going to have to eat that. Vardy's going to pack us in 75th minute and we're going home with another L.
Well, we need to we started the chat in the group chat, but we need to talk about Brendan here because as much as Chelsea came back, great goals from Sterling, by the way, great goals. What's going on at Leicester? Like, what is the issue? Because I get you've lost players, but there should be some way of you still trying to get some points. You can't be going down to 10 men and then you are still getting packed or still being behind the back, getting pushed. Because Chelsea was pushing Leicester with 10 men. And that's what I got from out that game. And that's why I said, okay, this is an issue. There's something going on at Leicester we need to talk about.
Here's what I think. The comments are making me laugh. I'm going to get to them. We definitely let Leicester play a little bit more. We obviously we had 10 men, so we went into a bit more of a defensive shape where it's like we were trying to counter-attack them. And they didn't have Maddison on the pitch. So the creativity, it was going from Tielemans, it was going to Dewsbury Hall, it was going back across. Vardy can't really hold it up. The only times they got in behind was when Chelsea got forward and they had counterattacks going the other way. So there was a couple of counterattacks that Vardy had where he looked very, very dangerous, but the finish was just not there. Unless it was surprising. There was 2 times Vardy was through on goal, and if it's Vardy of 2016, you're like, yeah,
finished.
Goal. Sorry, what year did they win the league? Was it 2016 or 2017?
It's 2016. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 2015. 2015-16. Yeah.
Even after that, Vardy's been a bagsman. Even after that, you're thinking that, bro. And Lola says, "Oi, crack juice ran out for Vardy, bro.
No more WKDs.
No more WKD. No more punching yourself in the face. None of that. He's just a normal brother now. He's just a normal guy. He's just a normal guy. But yeah, the main thing for me, Raheem Sterling off the mark. Fantastic. So happy to see him score. Shout out to Assad. It's in flow now. I just say it. Assad.
Assad. That's what it is.
Assad. All right, cool. Shout out to Assad. My NW driller has arrived. Shout out to the Northwest London drillers, yeah? From Brent to the Bridge. You already know. That James and Sterling combo is beautiful to see. Chef's kiss. By the way, Reece James is our best player. Yeah? I don't hear that. Reece James is Chelsea's best player. Yeah? He's the best.
That's concerning, I can't lie.
Why is it concerning? He's better than everyone else.
No, but the fact that you're right back or whatever you're doing, a right wing back, whatever he is, he changes each week. I feel like that shouldn't be your best player. Your best player should be middle or up top, just creating and all that stuff. That's why I said it's a bit concerning.
What's the tackle? What do you want from us? Like he
sign a creative midfielder. That's what I want.
He created Sterling's goal. He's our best attacker and he's our best defender at the same time. Nah, he's not.
And that's not concerning.
Yeah, I know. Of course, it's concerning. Lola says Chelsea played well. My guy's such a baller, bro. I can't speak enough highly of Reece James and how he's been this season. He's been next level. C1 says NW rise up. James Cucurella, these men have got the GA up already in the league. They ain't ready. I wanted to point out something very, very interesting about Marc Cucurella, which when Chelsea were linked with signing him, there was a lot of players saying, we need creativity. Sorry, a lot of fans saying, we need creativity. We need someone who's going to help us score goals. They looked at his stats at Brighton. I think last season he got like 1 assist and 2 goals, I think it was. 1 assist, 2 goals. And everyone was like, what's that? Why are you coming to Chelsea giving us 1 assist? Like, what's that going to do for us? He's already bagged 2 assists in the Premier League, like in his first 2 home games. Like, this is why stats for me, they are useful once you've watched the game. Like, watch the
game, but you need to watch it as well.
Let the stats back up what you've already seen. Like, your thought process has to be formulated. Let the stats back it up. Don't come to me with just pure stats and expect me to formulate a thought off of that. So-and-so doesn't have assists, so he's not good. It's the one thing that annoyed me with Cho's, like, commentary around him of he hasn't scored Premier League goals. He scored. Somebody did a funny tweet. Yeah, somebody tweeted today. Name Cho's top 5 Premier League goals. It's like, bro, he's only scored 4 his whole career. So, but if you judge a player just off those stats, you're gonna think they're rubbish. But not so much. Okay, let me move through the comments and then we can finish up. The PL violated me. They moved the West Ham game to 3 p.m. whilst I'm working. Same for me. They moved it to the Saturday. So I'm trying to sell that ticket. If anybody wants it, hit me up in the DMs. Lola said, Chelsea played well. RJ is my guy, such a baller. C1 is the biggest Reece James fan. He says Reece James is that guy. I can't lie. Too brazy. Out of words to praise him. Lola says, La cucaracha.
La cucaracha. I like that.
Look, do you know what annoys me about him, yeah? A lot of people were very, very critical of Ben Chilwell at Chelsea, yeah? A lot of Chelsea fans. I think outside didn't really care. But Chelsea fans, they weren't big fans of Chilwell. Bro, the game that Cucurella had on the weekend, if Chilwell put in that performance, bro, the pitchforks would have been out. Every corner this guy took, first man. The guy took about 5 corners, all hit the first man. I said, brother, what are you doing? Then, one of the corners that hits the first man, it comes back to him. He passes it to a Leicester player, just straight to a Leicester player, and then they're off on the counter-attack. That's when Gallagher makes that challenge, and he gets sent off.
Just to answer Tahar's question, was it a goalkeeper? Yes, it was. And that's why I said it was concerning for Man United. The fact that De Gea won best player in the season, 3 times in a row? That's concerning. Very concerning. On the premise
of what Robin was saying, it is like you don't want a right back to be your best player. But the reason I'm less concerned is because I think Reece James is genuinely that good. Like, he's that good. So it's not like he's a mediocre player. That's our best player. Cover is our best player in my opinion. James is definitely what? Cover our best player? Stop it. Stop. How about a pass in the final third? How about that? Steve said Cover 8 is starting tomorrow. Apparently TUchel said in the press conference. I didn't even listen to the press conference, but yeah, we'll see.
You've lost Ross Barkley, didn't you? As of today, I believe. Yes.
Ross Barkley was. We did the Arsenal thing. We just cut his contract dead. We just said you're off. Yeah. So Ross Barkley's gone from the team. We got Southampton on Tuesday, hoping that we win that. Last things, Champions League group. We got AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, Chelsea. Yeah.
I actually might join you in Italy, by the way, because
I'm going to Milan.
The reason being because my Italian friend I was talking about, he's an avid AC Milan fan. He's got a season ticket. So he was like to me, he's like, I might have a spare. Do you want to hop over? I was like, let me get back to you. So I might.
If you get a spare, shout me, bro. I'm going to be in Milan. I'm going to that game. 100%.
Yeah, I was like, obviously, I'm Team Inter all the way. So when I went to see Inter versus Dortmund, classic game. But the San Siro, it's a beautiful stadium. I need to go back. So I'll gladly hide with the AC Milan colours and go see that. But yeah.
You want AC Milan to win anyway. You're not the biggest Chelsea fan, are you? So yeah,
no, he does.
Lola said Barkley to go back home. Robin, what team do you think could benefit from taking Ross Barkley now he's available on a free?
Leicester.
Yeah.
I was like, Leicester could use him. Aston Villa could use him. Bournemouth could use him. They can use anyone, to be honest. And
I just don't think he thrives in any of those teams. I think we see the same issues with Barkley. I think the fact that he went on loan to Aston Villa and he didn't, it wasn't great. I think that's a big X on his record. Like, you should have pulled out of Villa, and he did for like the first 10 games, and then towards the back end of the season, he wasn't even getting picked. Like, it was bad. So, Brandon says, word is Bowley blocked the Pulisic loan, and he was ready to sign an extension to go on loan.
Yeah. Pulisic was linked to us, and I was like, no, I don't want him, not at all. So
I get it.
Yeah.
Tahar says, Oscar, be careful in Italy. Lots of pickpockets, and there's some racismo in the air. Yeah, man.
I'll say this about it. It's rife in Rome. It's very rife in Rome. Like, people wear bags in front of them. It's that bad. Milan wasn't bad for me. Like, when I went there, it's actually quite chill. Beautiful sea. You enjoy it. You'll enjoy it when you get out there.
Yeah. Did you see that Chelsea's been moved? Yep. It's been moved to Saturday. We discussed it. It was supposed to be on TV, but Sky had to drop that. Another word is that Bowley told Cho he can go without an option to buy. Yeah. There's rumours that Bowley has been very much involved in the young players leaving, and he doesn't want them to leave unless we get a big out of it. So that's good news.
What do you think? What do you think of your transfer window so far? Like, you might, let's say you do get Aubameyang over the line in the end. How would you feel about your transfer window?
I don't really want Aubameyang. But I think Koulibaly, great signing. Sterling, I'm warming to the signing of Sterling. I didn't like Sterling in the league, I'll be real. Like, I just don't think, you know how we have creative attacking issues? We don't score goals, we don't create goals. I didn't think Sterling was going to be good enough to change that. I just think Sterling's just another body in there. he's better than what we've got, but like we don't need just better. We need a better system and better. We need everything to be better. So I really wanted Rafinha. We didn't get him. We got Sterling. Koulibaly, great signing. Cucurella, great signing. And Fofana, excellent signing. So I can't be mad. Robin. We've signed three great players. Then a Sterling, which is also a great player. Yeah, it's just adding to it. I can't say bad words about it. But Lola's talking about FDJ. We need a midfielder. We can't be playing Conor Gallagher in midfield when Kovar gets his bi-weekly injury. Do you know what I mean? These players get injured all the time. So we needed another midfielder, and I don't think Tuchel sees that as a priority. So that's my issue with our window. And then Aubameyang, yeah, the less said about that, the better. C1 says, I don't want Obar. I can't lie. I think we need a winger, especially if Ziyech leaves now. We need a goal-scoring winger or just something else. A striker that can get involved in link-up. I don't think Obar's going to do that. But I kind of want Aubameyang just because I want to tweet Lola every time Aubameyang scores.
I love it. You'd love it. Especially if you go to the Emirates. If he comes, you know he's banging at the Emirates. Like, he's 100%.
If Aubameyang came to Chelsea and banged at the Emirates, I would love it. And I think I deserve. That's what I deserve it. Yeah, and then the other rumor is that Wilfried Zaha, 35 million. I'd take him. I'd definitely take him. If we're getting rid of Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi is going out on loan, we do need another winger. I would definitely take Zaha.
But yeah, no, as people saying in the comments, yeah, I hope Aubameyang, lots of stuff going on in the football world recently with like robberies and all that stuff. So yeah, big up to Aubameyang. I hope his family is okay. And I hope that he just gets to help his niece, because no one likes to be robbed and held at gunpoint. It's just not ideal in our world. Not at all.
Yeah, man, it's horrible situations at the moment. Apparently, he's trying to move his family back to London.
Yeah.
Murad says, Lola, about a blood clot, young. Tahar says also that Pogba to get true. I don't even know.
I didn't want to mention it until not that guy, because yeah.
Bracken says I'd rather have Zaha than Aubameyang. Me too.
Lola's come back at you as well.
So, tweet me. It's not me who's saying Aubameyang is finished. That's my guy. Yeah, but still, Aubameyang is your guy. Aubameyang is that's your guy. So I'll be delighted every time he scores. If he bags at the Emirates, oh my goodness, inject it into my veins. I need it. Okay, I'm gonna go through the rest of the fixtures from the weekend. Robin, any comments? Let me know. Brentford 1, Everton 1. Frank Lampard, another game without victory. Is it scary hours, Robin?
Oh, 100% scary hours. They've also lost Dele Alli to Besiktas. So... I
think that's a win.
I don't know if it's a win or a loss, but who's going to save them? That's the question.
Yeah,
who is going to save them?
And the man who Frank Lampard valued at £100 million, Anthony Gordon, he's the one that scored. He got the opener for them. It was a nicely taken goal, but they were getting battered by Brentford for the rest of the game. I only saw match of the day. I only saw the highlights, but every highlight was a Brentford chance. And it was.
What do you think of Ivan Toney?
I put him in my fantasy team, and he did nothing. So I don't like him.
No. He's with him when it comes to fantasy, you always have to swap him in and out. You can't just keep him consistently on there. No.
I think about him right now, I'm not his biggest fan, but generally, I think he's all right. I don't think he's ready to go to a top club. I remember Arsenal were looking at him. I've heard Chelsea fans say they want Toney. I don't want him anywhere near my club, and we can't score.
I think he's higher than Brentford, though. I do think he's better than Brentford. I just don't know where, if that makes sense.
Lola being consistent with the black boy love. She wants to know if Iwobi played well, and Iwobi did play well. So that's what she gets. Hector says Gordon finally scored a non-deflection goal. Yeah. And it looks like him moving to Chelsea is no longer happening. So that's happy days.
Yeah. That's one of those transfers I was hoping. Like we were talking about money earlier. That move, I'll be questioning. I'll be questioning things a lot.
Another result that came on Saturday, 3 p.m. Brighton 1, Leeds United 0.
Yeah.
Very surprised. Jesse Marsh slapped Chelsea, couldn't get a victory this week. Why?
That was very expected. I thought Brighton Graham Potter was doing his thing. What are they? They're second at the moment, I believe.
Yeah,
or joint second.
Great start to the season. Moving on. We spoke about Frank Lampard, but it's time we speak about Steven Gerrard. Aston Villa at home,
Gerrard.
0. Winless, goalless West Ham
West
United,
Ham.
1. West Ham are back in the group. They had a lot of new players in their side. They had
and then deflection in the goal as well.
Yeah, deflection in the goal. But it was wow, that's crazy. Goblet of the Seagull, Order of the Seagull. Something like that.
That's one. But
yeah. Villa in trouble again. A deflected goal, but it was a new look West Ham. They started with Scamacca up top. They had Emerson, who they just signed from Chelsea at left back. They had, I think you pronounce his name. Is it Keha, the one that was from PSG?
Oh yeah. I think it's Keha. I think
he was at right back. They have Cornet on the bench. Like, this is a new look West Ham. They haven't started the season well at all. But when it clicks together, are they going to be back in that top 4 race? Who knows?
No, I don't think. I think last year was their only chance. The reason being they've now qualified for the Conference League group stage, and I think that's going to hinder them a lot because they're going to be traveling to places that they just do not know.
It hindered them last week because they played the Europa League qualifier, I think, the week before last, and they played Scamacca and Cornet and Bowen all in that front three in that game. And then the weekend they had to change it. And it was just not. Look, Moyes has tried to build a big squad where he can get the best out of both of those players. You know, he'll swap out Antonio with Scamacca and he'll swap out Ben Rama with Fornals. And, you know, there's Lanzini. There's so many different options there. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Endo says West Ham are very overrated. They have a tendency of signing flops. David Moyes can't handle big players. They'll be lucky to be 7th. But, look, 7th for West Ham United is a great... Like, West Ham are in Europe. Like, come on.
They are.
Overrated. They're in Europe. Like, come on. West Ham shouldn't be there. Like, that's not... As in, David Moyes done a great job to get them into that position. I don't think they're overrated. I think they're a good side that are going to cause our teams a lot of trouble this season. I don't think any of us are, like, dying to play West Ham, especially not away. ASM might finish Trent the way ASM is moving, but Bruno G is out for the next game. I think ASM might be out for the next game.
ASM's out for the next game as well, so I don't know about that one.
He pulled up his hammy on the way out, so that's not... Oh,
but Steven Gerrard.
You got to start your fantasy teams now because the game's on Tuesday. I just clocked. Steve Gerrard, what are we saying about him?
Why is he not being spoken about? Because he's had a crap start to the season. He needs to be spoken on because he came with all the vim. He was like, I did what I did at Rangers, got them the Champions. I'm here to take... And he came, he was like, I'm here to take over. I'm here to show that I'm not just a Scottish person.
He said,
I can run a league. But what's happened then?
Do you know what makes me sick about Steven Gerrard? He said, I'm not one of these managers that skipped any steps to get to where I am. I wanted to go through the whole... I said, bro, your first job was Rangers. Your first job was the biggest club in Scotland. You haven't skipped any steps. Do me a favour. What, because you managed under-18s Liverpool? You think that's all the training that you needed? Get out of here. You won in Scotland, but now this is the Premier League. And you've got a fantastic squad. Like, people don't realise how good Aston Villa's squad is. They have players upon players to call from.
Why is Coutinho struggling? Like, what's going on there? Why is Coutinho struggling?
Like, Coutinho was never a good signing. Coutinho was like Everton signing James Rodriguez. It was just like, okay, but it didn't make any sense. And Gerrard just drew from a connection that he had from his Liverpool days. It never made sense to sign Coutinho. But now you have him. I'm judging you on that. You've got a Champions League winner in your team. Do something with it. Like, yeah, man. Endo said, I told man from Wade, Gerrard would flop. Yeah, man, I hear that. Mirad is saying, Steve Gerrard, he's only good in Scotland's yard. He's only good in Scotland Yard. He's effing up the Aston Villa. Wow, Steve Gerrard. I like it, man. I prefer Steve Gerrard. He gave it to Demba Ba. I definitely prefer that one. But he's moving like he started in the sewers of Uzbekistan. You know what I mean? Bro, he was sending shots at Lampard shots talking about I didn't skip steps. Brother, you went to Rangers, bro. Like,
Peter dead?
Peter dead. How come he doesn't come anymore? Has he got to work Monday? No.
Peter's very happy right now. Very, very happy. But he's also a very basic. Long story short, he's very busy right now.
Yeah. So
he has a.
This week and next week, Peter can't make the pod.
Next week we most likely will not have a pod because all of us will be very busy celebrating.
Yeah. So, likely then Monday 8 p.m. next week there won't be a live podcast, unfortunately. Should we just say what's happening? I feel like it's not our business to say, innit?
Yeah. Basically, we're all not going to be here because we're all going to be together doing stuff.
We're all at a function. We're all at a function next week, so there won't be a podcast on Monday at 8 o'clock. However, throughout the week, there will still be TikTok content posted out there. So I've been posting some of the little vlogs and clips that we do at TikTok. Murad said, is it a live show? No, unfortunately, it's not a live show. I wish it was a live show. Endo said, is he having a U? No, he's not having a U, but it's close to that. It is some family stuff. So, so Peter's busy for the next couple of weeks, but he will be back. I think maybe Thursday.
When we return, he should be back. When we come back, he should also be back as well. So, yeah.
Not next week, but the week after, Peter should be back. Because we just got a function that we're going to be at. Although I don't know if any of you are match going fans, but Arsenal had their match going program. He was in the program this week.
DJ. Yeah, I did. I saw it. I was like, yeah, big up to him. So DJ Solanke run out there. But yeah, man.
Peter is the stadium announcer at Arsenal Football Club. So they did a little page in the program about him and his role and how he got it and stuff. It's really, really good. I asked Peter, I said to him, get me 4 copies of this program. Like, I need them. But yeah, man, very, very big moment. So if you're on social media, if you're on Twitter and that, send him a little congratulations on that. And yeah, we'll keep it pushing. But yeah, Peter watches and he misses you lot, but he'll be back here with his hot takes and we'll do a transfer window wrap up when it's done. What we got next? Wolves versus Newcastle United. You see this?
I saw it and I thought Wolves were going to win because I thought Wolves were playing very well, but Mr. St. Maximin just sent it top. Well, was it? What I can't remember was top or bottom bins, but just straight into the corner. Yeah,
but it had the emphaticness of a top bins finish. That's the
fantastic finish.
First time volley, plucks it out of the sky, sends it into the back of the net. It was sensational. Endo saying he's scared of him on Wednesday. Well, there's rumors that he won't play, so you might be lucky. You might be in luck. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in a fantasy. So that's just my answer.
Potentially no ASM, and if you do get ASM, he won't be 100% ASM. The only annoying thing is, also, Alexander Isak has just signed for them. Wait, is it? His name Alexander? I just made it up.
Yeah, it's Alexander Isak.
He's just signed for them. I'm not used to Newcastle having all this money and just being able to make moves like this. This is a great sign.
To be honest, their window's been weird because I feel like they haven't done much.
Yeah. I agree. I thought they'd be more active, but their director of football is the guy that I would have taken to be director of football at Chelsea. So I trust him. I think they're taking their time. They're plotting it. They're making the right moves. Isak is a brilliant signing, and it's one that I don't know about you, but I didn't hear no rumors of this. I just saw it happen.
No, it just happened randomly. So
I just thought, Newcastle fans are tracking the flights of Isak, who's flying to London now. I said, what? Not London, sorry, Newcastle. I said, what? Endo says Isak will get 7 to 8 goals. Doesn't worry me. I don't think he's going to bag a ton of goals either. But I think he's a really good player. Like, I think his link up will help Newcastle loads. Like, he's techie on the ball. He can pass. He can move. He's got IQ. So whilst I agree, Endo, I don't think he's going to score like 15 Premier League goals. Wilson is the bagsman. Like, if Wilson's fit, I hope that those two could play together, because I think if Wilson's fit, he's going to score the goals. Isak can be in around, lay it off to him, and then get double figures himself. So more goals in the team, the happier Newcastle will be. But yeah, let's see. Can they get into Europe this year? Taha says Isak going to ragdoll Virgil van Delegate. Finally, The last game of the weekend was Nottingham Forest 0, Spurs 2.
It was a standard game.
Standard game.
Standard game. I thought.
Thoughts on Heung-min Son not really playing a part this season? Like, what's he doing?
Again, I'm not worried because I feel like he's just going to turn up. Son is he's a purple patch player. Like, this has been well long established. He will go through periods where he's not doing anything. And then when he starts, he just goes on a hot run of form. That is literally all I can say about that.
Lola says they got some good signings. They've just not learned. They've learned not to blow the bag on everyone. They're looking for a long time. That's talking about Newcastle. I 100% agree. It looks like there's planning going on there. So they're planning, not being rash with it. Endo says apparently no Bruno Guimaraes as well. We got live. Yeah, Bruno didn't play on the weekend, so scary hours for Newcastle, man. That would have been a great game had everyone been fit. Endo says my boy Harry, one of the best strikers of this generation. Yeah, man. I think you just got to give Harry his prop, man. He's really that guy. Like, he's really that guy. And there's so many times when Spurs are just going to play terribly, Harry Kane's going to bail them out of trouble. Like, he's dope, man. He's dope. Barring that spell last season where he was poor, he still finished the season on, 17 goals? Like,
yeah, he's a weird player, man. I don't know.
Lotus said, usual Spurs game. Other team does well without scoring. Spurs score 1 or 2 shots on target. Yeah, man. Kulisevsky spamming shots the entire game. Every time, cut left foot shots. Like, bro, like, add some variation into the game. Like,
add some passing.
Yeah, I mean, do something different. But yeah, that was the Premier League fixtures this week. Before we move on, can I ask you a question, Robin? Just a quick question.
Yes.
Pick between one player. Alan Shearer or Harry Kane?
Shearer.
Okay. I agree. My instinct would straight away be Shearer. Jamie Carragher raised the question. He was saying, why do people put Shearer ahead of Kane when Kane's goal tally is almost as good as Shearer's? Like, he's on course to eclipse him. And Kane just has more to his all-round game in terms of...
Shearer won the Prem.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I hear it.
That's all we did.
He said, Lola says Kane is one of the greatest strikers ever, but let him not win something. What's it for? He's never won anything in his career.
Anything, yeah.
My goodness. Okay, well, that was the Premier League this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Robin, who are we going for player of the week?
Erling Braut Haaland. Actually, no, I'm lying. It's between Braut Haaland and Bobby Firmino. And I'm leaning more to Bobby Firmino because he had let's not bad fact. He got 3 assists and 2 goals and had the game of his life. So
I don't care. Player of the week is Erling Haaland. His team were 2-0 and he won the game single-handedly. It was like, freshman.
I can't ignore what Firmino did. I can't. I can't.
Sorry, I'm ignoring it. Sorry, Endo. He says player of the week, Firms. I don't know who Firms is, but Lola O says Haaland. I'm going Haaland, bro. I'm going Haaland.
Bro, is Ernie there?
And do you know what's so cool? Do you see the celebrations when he's just like jumping?
Oh yeah.
Like it felt major. It felt like a bit like Bournemouth are an absolute joke. Like, how are they conceding 9? Like that. That should be spoken about in another list. But yeah, I'm gonna go Erling Haaland. I don't know how we settle this. If you're going Firmino,
I was gonna say, is Ernest there or is he just not about?
I don't think Ernest is around. He said he had to sort something out.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 comments here saying Haaland and 1 saying Firmino. Does that mean
I'm not against Haaland. I just think I'm not gonna see a Firmino performance like that in a while. So I see what I did, but it is Bournemouth. I get it. But I'm gonna give it to him.
Your player of the week this week is Erling
Haaland.
Haaland had
the comments have voted Haaland. So,
however, Firmino might get his award because who is team of the week? I think it has to be Liverpool, right? It has to be. There was no upset.
Bournemouth were bad.
There was no crazy upset. Like, come on, the team of the week is Liverpool. Congratulations, they won 9-0. They were flawless. They should. It could have been more. It could have been more.
It could have been more. I don't disagree. I'm just thinking, no, guys, there needs to be a rule. Like, if you get battered 9-0 after getting battered 4-0, what? Did they lose 4-0 twice now? No, they need they need to get rid of Bournemouth. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these teams that come on.
Rod says Liverpool, how do you reward a team for doing what's expected? No. If they won 3-0, that would be doing what's expected. They won 9-0, bro. 9-0. Who do you want to win it if not them? That's what I want to hear from you, Murad. Who should win this award? Because I get what you mean about doing what's expected. Normally it goes to like a team that beats a top 6 team, or a team. Is man all right? Team of the week is
Team of the week is Gary.
0-0. Well, first of all, that would be player of the week. Number 2. Second of all, we don't reward teams that go and come back.
No, we do not.
0-0. Why are you ever at 0 as a professional footballer? Why? Don't ever be
you caused the first goal. So why am I giving you player of the week?
You're a joke. Man says 0-0. No, Liverpool were at no point 0. They started the game level and they won it. Yeah, they dominated them. For me, that's team of the week, clearly.
No, it 100% is.
Asad says Chelsea for winning with 10 men. Look, I was very proud of Chelsea's performance. I think we were excellent. But 9-0 is 9-0, guys. 9-0. Robin, who is goal of the week?
There's 2.
Is that 2?
There's 2. I thought Bruno Fernandes' goal was saucy, absolute sauce.
Yeah.
And I thought St. Maximin's goal was saucy as well.
Come on. It has to be St. Maximin. Come on.
I'm leaning more towards St. Maximin, but yeah.
Think about St. Maximin's goal. Can you imagine scoring that in the park?
Oh, no. Top is off. Top is off straight away. And you're getting surrounded by all the man them. All the man them will be surrounding you.
I'm doing Ryan Giggs and waving the shirt in front of everyone. That's an insane goal. Lola says Gucci headband, goal of the week. Facts. Facts. Taha says Raheem the dream. Raheem's goal did get deflection, so it's not as good as it seemed. I'm all for St. Maximin. I just want to say that Bruno goal was very, very good. Oh, Trent's goal was insane too.
Yeah, Trent's goal was good.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was an insane goal. But yeah, I'm giving it to Alan St. Maximin. That is our goal of the week for this week. Robin, I know you have something lined up for us.
It's not even lined up. It's just, this is very sad.
Yeah.
So this not that guy. Well, actually, before I even give this, my other not that guy, Mohamed Salah. You in this 9-0 have costed me so much for captaincy. I thought you were going to bang. The whole country thought you were going to give us points, and you delivered that shower of crap. Not even scoring 1 yard in front of goal, you somehow missed. So my other not that guy, Mohamed Salah. You are the the Egyptian king. But this week, for causing me only 6 points, you're not that guy. Now, the other person.
I just want to park on that one because I got one comment on that as well. Every week, I deliberate over who should be captain of my fantasy team. This week, there was no deliberation. I saw Bournemouth at home. I said it has to be Salah. There's no Haaland or Gabriel Jesus or whoever. I said it has to be Salah as my captain. Boom. No questions asked. I went about my day. Yeah, I'm at the Chelsea game now. I'm getting notifications on my phone. Liverpool 1-0, Liverpool 2-0, Liverpool 3-0, Liverpool 4-0. I said, yay! Salah must have got at least 2.
No.
At least let me get 3 assists, maybe, if you're scoring 9. The guy got nothing. How is it possible for your team to score 9 goals? You're a forward. You don't get 1 GA. 1. I was fuming. Endo said shower of crap is a quote associated to PMG. 100%. Let him claim it. C1, we did goal of the week and ASM won. So congratulations. Robin, go ahead.
But onto something serious because I'm a family man. Like, I think family is always important. They go through ups and downs. They give you crap when they want to, but you can't choose your family. Now, this is all speculation. There's no truth or lies, or we don't know what's going on yet. But what we can see is that, number one, France is a really scary country when it comes to dealing with their family. Two, us fans don't really know what's going on with a player until stuff like this comes out. So for those that haven't seen, the Pogba family are like in a bit of a turmoil where Paul Pogba is now getting held ransom for £13 million or €13 million by this gang member. Otherwise, they're going to reveal some truths and brought threats to their family. The news that's coming out is that one of the gang members is his own brother, Matthias Pogba, who's now come up with TikTok videos saying that Pogba is a liar, Pogba is this and that, I'm going to reveal the truth. You didn't want to look after your family, and now you're reaping the person. I don't know if it's true, but if this is true, that you're holding your own brother to ransom and that you've had people come to his house, not only in Turin, not only while you're in France training for the national team, but you also came to Manchester. Because remember when Pogba got robbed in Manchester and that made the news? Yeah. It's now most likely that this was the gang that was linked to it.
Right,
so the stuff like that, because they were like in free, it's crazy. And it's such a crazy thing that the fact his own brother was the one that was advocating for him to leave Manchester in the first place, like to get out and all that stuff. And now you're coming to him with this such ransom, saying that he needs to owe him money, somehow bringing Kylian Mbappe involved, witch doctors and all that. At the end of the day, that's your own brother. And the fact that I know it's true or not or whatever, but you shouldn't be treating your brother like this, regardless. Like, keep in the house, keep what makes you brother. Because at the end of the day, let's say something bad happens, probably get shot and all that stuff, just for money. Like, it's just crazy, and I hate to see it.
Did you watch the video? Because I didn't see it. What exactly was he saying?
He was saying that the French national authority or the French national team need to seriously think about putting this guy for the World Cup, or he needs to be representative of his team, blah, blah, blah. They need to think carefully because I'm about to expose him, his new client, because he used to have Mino Raiola, and Kylian Mbappe for what they all did. And then talking about witch doctors. And then that's when Pogba came out and said, these guys are holding me to ransom for 13 million. One of them was my own brother. And it's just crazy. So it's not even not that guy, because he really isn't that guy, but it's worst. Just don't be a crap brother. That's your family. And that's all I can really say about that.
100%. So what is it? So, which one of them is not that guy?
Well, I would say more the brother than anything. Yeah. Because let's say if you're associated with gang stuff, like, I don't think Paul Pogba puts you in that situation in the first place. Like, no brother should ever put you inside of dealing with gangs and all of that stuff straight away. No brother should do that.
Mm.
And I fear for the mother as well, because imagine what your mom's thinking about this. Like, your two brothers fighting on an international level over millions of money.
Do you know what I hate?
That was just crazy. Yeah.
You know what I hate most about this? It's the threat of it all.
Mm.
Like, why have you done a video saying I'm going to expose you? Like, why don't you just expose? Like, why do it? What have you threatened? Like, are you trying to get money from him to shut up? Is that what you're doing? Like, that's what I thought. I was just like, I don't understand why you would preempt it. Like, why are you doing a promo video before you expose something?
Yeah, and then he's not done it yet. Like, we're not seeing the exposure.
No, we're waiting for it. Taha says it's not even not that guy. It's you're a pagan.
Yeah.
Lola says Pogba's brother is a top-level pagan. What a pathetic excuse for blood. If, God forbid, their mum now collapses from this, now what? That's the most Nigerian thing I've ever now what? That's basically what Lola said. But yeah, no, 100% though. It's like you've caused hella stress onto the family in addition to whatever stress is going on backstage. Now it's public. Baraka says this Pogba family situation is like an episode of Law and Order. Yeah, man, I agree. Grant says bring back Ernest. Always. It's always bring back Ernest, man. I agree too. So yeah, man, what is Mateus not that guy?
Yeah. He really isn't that guy. Like, until he brings something out that brings definitive proof, and then we can talk about that situation there. But until then, it's been 2 days, my guy, and you've not done anything but comment on the posts saying, "Oh, it's going to be revealed soon."
Yeah, you're a
If
loser.
you're bad, reveal it then.
I feel like I could have more sympathy from him if I knew the situation, but he's not even giving us the situation. He's just giving us a prompt that he's going to expose. So now you just look like an idiot who's trying to exploit your own family. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit crazy. I guess moving on, as we always say, if anyone's new, please like the video. Please subscribe to the podcast if you're new. Follow us on all the platforms: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all of that, Spotify. I guess we can just do fixtures now. Robin, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow night when Chelsea face Southampton away?
1-1.
1-1. It's not a bad shout at all. Henderson slightly off topic, but so I'm so glad you said that.
Oh, wow.
I've had people say that to me all the time. Like, you look so you can. I look where I'm from. I look exactly like it.
That's good. No one can ever guess where I'm from, which is sad.
Yeah, no, you know why? Because you've got a full beard, which is not common amongst Ugandans. But
no.
Yeah, I still think. Oh, Endo saying, no pod for the United Arsenal game. Oh.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that is the case.
It's looking like next week is a myth. I can't lie to you, bro. It's looking like next week is a myth. So unfortunately, but don't worry, we will come back and review. And when Peter comes back, you just know he's gonna have a lot of energy as well. So it will be lit. But yeah, no, I think Chelsea will get over the line against Southampton, but it won't be easy. The Wednesday games, we've got Man City versus Nottingham Forest. What are you saying?
I put Bernardo Silva on Cancelo and Haaland. That is my 3 in there.
Cancelo in my team. He's been a bit meaty this year. I can't lie.
No, Cancelo. I said Cancelo, and I said, who are they playing? Nottingham Forest? Yeah, add Bernardo Silva to that. Thank you very much.
Forest at home. Come on.
Yeah.
Haaland. Straight. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. The Steven Gerrard's last game in charge.
I hope so. Yeah, Arsenal. Nice and easy.
The games are all at different times. So Arsenal start at 7:30. West Ham versus Spurs starts at 7:45. Then Liverpool versus Newcastle starts at 8.
Do you know why?
Why?
It's because it's all on BT Sport, my friend. Every single game. So they're trying to separate the games out there for TV.
Okay. Well, at least it means that when it's halftime in one game, you can just switch to another game.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's all on BT Sport.
Liverpool home to Newcastle. We kind of spoke about this briefly. I think the injury situation.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, the injury situations for Newcastle make this really, really difficult. I would have thought they could have got something, but yeah, I'm not seeing it. West Ham versus Spurs, London derby. These teams hate each other, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a draw, you know.
I think Spurs beat them. I think West Ham, they've just been mid so far. And then lastly, on Thursday night, Man United fans get used to Thursday night games. Here's the first one so far. Leicester at home to Manchester United. Could be Brendan Rodgers on the chopping block if he doesn't win this one. Thoughts?
If I get the team that I want to see, we'll win easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think United should beat Leicester. I said earlier that I don't think you will, but I'm not confident on it. I just think United could get over the line. You've got a bit of confidence now. Maybe Anthony comes in off the bench. Who knows? Leicester 2, Manchester United 2 is Endo's prediction. He says
I don't know if Anthony will make it because obviously it's a midweek, and I think he needs to be signed by today to play midweek.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think so. Yeah, the players always have to register the day before the next round of games. If that makes sense.
Window's open, man. Everyone's. What's the point?
Yeah, it's something random. So I don't think he'll be at the Leicester game. He'll be at the Arsenal game, but yeah.
Fair enough. That's fair, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Top 4 Podcast. Robin, do you have anything more to add?
Thanks, guys, for always tuning in. Like, it's been a good start to the season. We've got the videos out, more stuff on the way. Yeah. I should be bringing back European Roundup in a couple weeks' time. Just work has just been hectic, but now I'm getting something together. So new season, should be talking about Europe. Just like as described, always on the TikTok, the Spotify, the YouTube, Twitter, we're all over that. Peter misses you all. When he's back, we can explain everything that's going on, but we'll get there soon. So apologies.
People in the comments already clocked what's happened, but yeah, it's fine.
But yeah,
we'll be back soon. Obviously, it's just a 1 week break. I know it's going to feel like ages because we're going to miss a couple of game weeks, but we're going to come back and do our consistent Mondays 8 p.m. You already know where to find us. If you're going to miss Top 4 podcast content, don't worry. Top 4 podcast extra time. There's extra videos currently live on the website on the YouTube page.
On
so
the
go check
YouTubes.
it out. We filmed some studio content, like in studio together, which I think where we discuss some of the really good topics that we haven't really got time to talk about on the podcast. So yeah, go check that out. Go follow us on TikTok and Instagram and all those places where you can get more content as well. And we will see you very, very soon.
Peace.